Welcome, patrons, to the Othmerweizen Tavern. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you got a cold beverage in your hand, a meal on your plate, and you're just ready to, sit back and enjoy some good adventuring. We are here going to be running some Dungeons and Dragons as usual in my homebrewed world called Caljournia. Thank you for joining us, and hope you enjoy our story that we're going to weave for you.
Episode 9.
Episode 9, yeah.
9.
Still in the air. They haven't pulled us off. Tonight, as always, I'm using Sirenscape for the foreseeable future because it's a cool little program. A lot of neat little music on it and some ambient background. Millie's just making herself right comfortable there, right? So thanks for joining us. I'm going to give you a big shout out to my main man, Red. And Angus there, man, keep on keeping on, guys. Things always get better. So, you know what? Oh, and shout out to Gorilla Mask, just because awesome. Good Gorilla Mask shirt. Made the Othmerweizen logo for us. And he has something I'm going to use in one of the streams soon.
Ooh.
Spoilers! All right. I guess I won't even viewers discretion is advised. There is a lot of mature adult theme content and language, usually by me. Other than that, yeah. All right, everyone's good. Ready? Happy?
Yeah, ready
excited,
to go.
Excited. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. Yeah.
You can do the recap.
I know. I wasn't even gonna freaking ask this time.
I almost was going to prepare.
Oh, dude, that'd be
really?
so good. That'd
like,
catch you off guard.
Yeah, that
Oh,
I didn't.
right. Wow.
I didn't.
I mean, I probably could recap.
I could. I did watch it like a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea there. I don't know. I just can't. Sometimes watch myself. It's weird. Anyways, you guys don't want to hear this. You guys want to hear about adventure.
I'm not sure I want to.
Oh, Rakell, don't worry. We'll get to you soon. We'll get to you soon, buddy. All right. Let's see if I can remember. Yes.
They're gonna steal my pants.
So.
Not the pants. You just bought the pants.
You just popped.
That's right. Yeah, you do have your fancy pants on. Well, let's hope you still have your fancy pants on. Yeah, who went and bought them at Rafflin's Stitches. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Boy Rafflin had them fit perfectly.
Okay. So, our adventurers concluded their adventure in the Pious Woods. Have informed the Quiver that a name kind of got them all shook. The name of Lord Pious, a ancient vampire that was supposed to be killed. Apparently, his name rings out still, as these guys had met up with. You stopped at Veronica's Villa, big smoke show there. You guys had some fun. You met a treasure hunter by the name of Angler. Well, his last name with a companion. You showed him some little locations on the map, and then. Remembered
Allegedly.
Yeah. Then remembered that there might be some bear traps still in that area, so we'll see if what happens to them.
I already know what happened. Oh, why are you missing a leg?
Who's to say Poe's still alive, man?
Oh.
All right. Enough about that.
The war.
They made it to the Quiver. Didn't really much have evidence except for the map, which did bolt true. You guys got your reward. Vincent said he's holding off on the bonus for something. He was kind of cryptic on it. Then you guys were actually free to go about your day. Guys did a little bit of shopping around the town. Graf spent some time in the forge below the Quiver's compound. Zook met up with Ratley and started doing some potion testing and what have you. You also had made the choice that you guys are going to go to Kane's hometown because Kane wants to do his birthright pretty much through his family and get one step closer to your class, pretty much.
My lineage.
I should have said that word. That word was nice.
And again, hips.
And once again, before meeting your uncle, you decided, hey, well, shit, let's go have some drinks.
I was not planning on having drinks. I was planning on having a drink.
Yeah, but Azer's piss is a burning sensation once you start drinking it.
Yeah, when you roll strong first.
Yeah, when you're
it's like, second one.
Rakell's fine. He's a good wingman.
He takes it better.
One thing you did see in the town when you got there, it might have just been a little quick little glimpse, but Rakell noticed a very flashy individual talking to Vincent, and Vincent didn't look too happy to hear what he was saying, by a man by the name of Rizal. But anyways, that happened when you guys got to town, and then you guys all went about your business, and while Kane and Rakell were drinking their worries away from a lovely adventure, Kane's stomach couldn't quite handle the alcohol consumption and was ejected from the bar and landed into the Vanilla River, or Vanilla Canal that flows underneath the harness. But while they were in the tavern, they did see 3 robed individuals, some ladies that were very breathtaking, beautiful. Rakell did try to...
He went first.
Sorry, that's right. Kane did try to go schmooze them first, but the Azer's piss just made the tongue a little heavy and couldn't really get out what you were trying to get across. They did take notice of you, however, and then your good buddy Rakell stepped in and...
Sure stepped in.
Well, he noticed one was missing, so he ended up trying to follow her through the streets, the flowering market, and then ended up in a back alley somewhere where she kind of suggested something to you, and you kind of...
She seduced me.
Yes, she seduced you. You brought her in tight,
She-devil.
pressed your lips against hers, and then you lost consciousness.
She's a witch.
Could be.
She's a witch.
Didn't ask the right questions, I guess. And that is where we left off. So let's see where tonight goes.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Calgary. Okay.
Got my stuff ready.
So, awesome. So we're going to everyone just roll a d20 for me.
D20 roll. 12.
5. 18.
19.
19. I guess we'll start off with Rakell.
Yeah,
Hey.
you're unconscious, and your turn's over.
Just probably the most exciting. I'm just making soap.
That's right. Yeah, to help out Barack or Borkus.
Rakell is... Who knows?
All right.
It's probably the most sinister.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
right. You'd be unconscious for a bit, so we're gonna go to. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We're gonna go to second eyes because time will need to pass,
Yeah.
and I will need to say what's going on. You're not gonna be out for too long.
That's fair.
We'll get back. I apologize.
You're dead.
Keeping you on the edge of this.
Game over.
Yeah, roll up a new character. For
What
you
did
while
I
you're waiting.
kiss? All right.
You'll find out soon. Who knows?
You
We
can
might
play
find
Parent Brush.
Rakell the second.
out. Same guy, just different thing. All right, we are going
Polar
to.
opposite.
He's a social butterfly.
He's a hermit. Very smart.
All right.
No.
Oh,
He's-
Polar opposite.
apologize here. I'm a little off here.
Yeah, he's socially awkward. He'd be socially normal.
Oh, I guess.
Like, he'd be social butterfly. Like,
I
he'd
thought
be
he just wouldn't
everywhere.
be social at all if it was opposite. No?
He'd also
He's
be a
mute?
wizard.
Just because he talks doesn't mean
He's
he's
just a hermit. He's
Hello.
polar opposite. He has hair all over his body.
I am Rakell's twin brother.
Doesn't
I'm
drink
super
an
serious.
ounce. Doesn't drink an ounce of liquor. Just water.
We're going to go to a graph.
in my...
Sorry.
Wears full clothing. Like
Never
winters
punched a man in my
middle of
life.
summer.
We are deep in the forge, where Graf is working on some type of concoction for cleanliness, I guess. At that moment, as you're in the process of making whatever concoction Borkus is helping you with, once again, he's wearing the leathern apron, has the sooted face, the lightning bolt kind of around the hair, and the long sideburns. Kind of a scarred up face, kind of arm in arm with you as you're working away on this. It doesn't take too long before you hear kind of a conversation going on quite quickly, and it's familiar voices to you. It sounds like the hardy dwarf Helmut is coming down, kind of in a how would I phrase this? But you can hear him talking to Vincent. So they come in, and he's like, "Oh, I see. I told you he'd be right here. He's a diligent worker, and we've trained quite well, and he's prepared. I know he is. I don't care. I just need to see the eye for a moment." And Helmut looks, and he's like, Graf, buddy. Pats on the back. Oh, in the forge. Good to see. Good to see.
working
Good to
away.
see. I really like this. I like this. your eye. I don't know if see you're here with Borkus, but has he?
He's already taken it from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you see Vincent really not really pay you much mind. He just looks adamant, and he goes and grabs the emerald eye off
Okay.
the little contraption that it's on, and he goes in. You can hear you see a back door and kind of where that draped in area is, and you see him actually he have some parchments in his hand that are rolled up. Roll a perception check real quick, see if you can catch a glimpse of what he's actually doing.
Ooh, that is 14.
14. It is enough that it looks like he's carrying a large map, as well as some other papers inside, but the one map is rolled and you can catch the outside of it. A map that you haven't quite seen, but just from a quick glance at it, it does look like it's actually like a continental map. It looks like there's just on the quick glance of it, it looks like you can see some of the coast and that. But he grabs the eye and just
Does he seem agitated or
roll an insight check.
Yeah. Let's see. That is 17.
17. Yes, something is
Is
bugging him.
Helmut, is something wrong?
One thing Vincent does is he sometimes his mind gets a little carried away. He thinks too much about certain things that shouldn't bother him, but he likes making connections to things that shouldn't be connected. He just wants to just double checking something on the eye. It'll be no problem. I guarantee, no problem.
Yeah.
But so, what are you working on?
I'm not really sure. Borkus was making this white substance that kind of... He described it as prestidigitation in a...
Yes,
some
yes.
sort of...
It's something to use to clean up after yourself there, for those who don't have magic use of prestidigitation.
Is there a name for this, Bjorkus, or is...
Not too sure just yet. Or Bjorkus? I'd like to call it the ever-cleansing.
The ever-cleansing.
Yes.
Interesting. A little bit of a mouthful, but...
No, don't take a mouthful. No. It just, I got bad teeth and it hurts when
That's
I
not what
eat.
I meant, but okay,
Oh.
I won't.
Okay. But it kind of goes back to doing what he's doing. Helmut's, that's pretty
dramatic
creepy,
today.
dramatic, but it is. Helmut's like, I'm glad you're here. He walks over to kind of a table that's just sort of sitting in the back and not really well lit corner. He's like, I've been working on something for you, and I'll allow you to make the final touches on it, but I think we got your fittings correct. So on this four-legged table, it takes up a lot of room, but there is this drape that's kind of over across it. He grabs it, kind of waiting suspensefully. This was not the track I picked, but it's good. It'll work, I guess.
Someone playing piano? just
It should, yeah.
Zuck and then Little Tim.
Yeah,
Little Tim's
Little Tim
bouncing
on the
between
piano
the
over there in the corner.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it there.
I'm sorry, just trying to make sure that doesn't come up again.
Go into this like upbeat tune.
Beethoven in E minor.
Magic. He grabs a hold of it, and you can see him still wearing his like tightly leather buckled kind of shirt almost, but it looks like it is predominantly used as armor. Has buckles going across it. You can see his the buckle there that has all the kind of gears to it. But he reaches over with his big mitts there, kind of, and whoosh, pulls off the cloth. There, you can see starting off at the feet of boots of some type of armor that has a different shine and a different textured color to it, like almost not. It does have the silver look or shine to it of like iron or such, but there is this kind of multicolor as you look at it at different angles. It looks almost like brass is in it too. But it goes up these boots. Then you can see kind of the pant leggings to it, and then this big chest piece that is there not really details to it or anything. And then shoulders shoulder armament to it, as well as the gauntlets to it. And then there is a helmet that is just a very basic looking 2 eye slot rectangles, and just kind of a full mask that can come down, and it looks like it can move up and down on it.
This is incredible. Did you build this?
Yes, it was built for someone else, but that person is no longer going to need this armor. So I made the adjustments. He was about your height, too. So convenient. I would like to give this to you as a gift.
Really? This is a lot. Wow.
Well, you did show such promise and very intrigued into everything we're showing. You didn't really question much.
I'm already having all kinds of ideas of what I can do to this thing.
Oh, well, then that is excellent as well. Kind of walks over to another table, and then he kind of moves some stuff aside, and he grabs this big crate sort of style, and then he brings it back over to this table. And he's like, in here is some decorative pieces, as well as some tools to engrave stuff onto this armor for you. Feel free to do with it as you must. You can, it is, I believe this is the path that you're wanting to take, and this armor should suffice for it. I hope all
perfect.
expenses have been covered underneath the quiver, as long as you still promise to uphold the quiver's
Of
motto.
course. Yeah. For stuff like this, of course.
Oh yes, we try to make sure all our adventurers are.
Recite the slogan.
Comes over the pin.
Oh, sorry, I'll turn that down.
This is for you, to hopefully keep you protected in the adventures to come.
Well, I'm going to get started working on it.
Oh, that's the anticipations are good. Roll a perception check for me real quick.
And I was right.
Oh, I thought that was in that one. I was like, oh no.
I just want to make sure I was right. Yeah, okay, I'm right. Yeah, so 18.
Excuse me.
18.
Excuse me. Shame. Shame.
You hear Vincent kind of through the door. You just catch, because it is kind of close to this table, you do catch him hearing kind of escalating in whatever he's talking to. Like he's the only, under your assumption, he's the only one in the room, but you can hear him talking and having a conversation. And the end of it, you can just kind of hear, and he's like, we will not, we will, apologize. Yeah, you hear him. He's like, even though we are being hunted, the Iron Reach will never find us. And I hope that you will stick true to the quiver. And then Helmy kind of picks up what he's saying and kind of like, oh, well, hey, there's this piece, it's shiny, and there's this piece, it's even shinier. So yeah, you can see all these different ornamental little attachments that you can do to this, and there's a rivet kind of tool to like puncture them into it. And your choice, whatever you find in this thing. So you'll give me a description of what this armor will look at, and whatever other, I think that's what you get. And if there's any other things that you'd like to add to it, or if there's any other things that I'm forgetting that you get, but at this moment I'd like you to roll your hit dice for me too.
Roll my hit dice.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it like?
Copyright.
I was just gonna say.
That's a 1.
One.
Do I get to reroll ones?
No, unfortunately you don't.
That's a rough one.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess I should have said you could either take the base minimum or.
I have it set up for the base minimum.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I didn't know.
We'll allow that.
Cheater.
No, it is. I should, as a DM, should have been on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, put everything in the feet of the dice, Ben.
You do, buddy. You do. So yes, you will spend the next day or two. You do remember? Well, Helmy would bring it up to you that he's like, I believe Vincent wants to take you guys to go see Lady Gracie after she's done her ceremony tomorrow night. So it is still at the end of the night of this night. So it's tomorrow that you guys will.
What's his ascension ceremony? No.
He asked any other questions for me? Or?
Yeah, transferring him to work.
Nothing right now. I just kind of want to get to work, to be honest.
Yeah.
My man. And yeah, he's laughing. He is all done up really well, slicked with his blonde hair back and his blonde beard. And he has a monocle on that kind of is his telescopic little thing on it. So yeah, he's excited and he'll let you do. Yeah, he says he's going to be in the forge area. He has to wait for Vincent. So if there's any other questions you have for him, and he points to Borkus, who's just still like using the soap stuff that you've contracted, and it's like working. He's like,
Working pretty good.
does his weird little laugh pause. All right, and then from there we're going to go up to the courtyard where Graf is still with Ratley.
No, Zuck.
Zuck is still with Ratley. I apologize. I'm just long day today.
Zook.
There was a way I could do this and I didn't have to work during the day. It'd be awesome. Sorry, back into the game. All right.
It's called Quick and Good. A joke.
Called winning money.
Yeah.
Lottery.
All right, so you're still with Ratley. You were messing around with potions. Was there, if I'm missing anything on it, that was it pretty much, a little montage of you guys building potions.
Yep, and I wanted to ask Riley more about himself. Like, Riley, where are you from?
Where I'm from
gonna
from
try and
the province. I just was taken under. Helmut found me and told me to stay here in the compound and work, and I've been here pretty much ever since.
I just think it's like characteristics. I want to know more about like how like how to describe it, like what is he?
He's human.
Yes.
Small in
Yes.
size. Roll a insight check.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What is he? He's serious.
I think this is established. Yeah.
What does he look like?
11.
11. He does have some like close characteristics to Tim. Like he's always kind of rubbing his hands, and he's like has like splotchy little.
Looks like a ribbon.
He looks like. He, to like quote the movies or something, he'd be like, "You dirty rat." He looks like a rat, pretty much. Like it's not just a clever name.
You know, like the
he has
you know,
rat,
like-
he has the skin hair, and then
Context
it's kind of a pointy little nose to it, and his teeth. He has two front like teeth that are kind of a little bit more predominant than the rest of them.
You know, like the Penguin and Batman, but like a rat.
Yeah. That's exactly how I'm
Shoot,
thinking.
should have done Danny DeVito's.
I'm gonna take little Tim
Copyright.
out and like
Yeah.
just kind of like let
infringement.
him free, run around with us. and,
Okay,
like,
so he's on the
Riley
table, kind of running
runs
around, and
into
Tim. I'd say Tim like takes a liking to Ratley. Like he doesn't seem scared of him or anything like that, and he just kind of he's like overly friendly. Like you've taken him out before to show other people, and he's kind of taken him back, wants to stay close. But with Ratley, he seems very
really friendly.
seems indifferent to him. He you'd almost probably he'd be like, oh crap, he's gonna take Tim away from me because
Yeah.
Tim likes him better than me.
Riley,
But he
Tim
doesn't, yeah.
seems to be very fascinated with you.
I'm
He's
very-
usually not.
I
New
just,
people.
I don't know. I'm just good natured, I guess.
Do you know much about rodents?
Yes.
Do you think you could like help me train him?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, you want to train him? You do.
I want him to carry stuff. I would like to make like little like backpacks for him.
Oh, you make him like do all the heavy lifting.
Well, not too heavy.
I hope not. Just because he's rodent, he's a good friend.
A little vial.
A little vial. All right.
You kind of see Ratley get real in close, like bends down to like look right at eye level with Tim, and Tim's perched up on the table and looks, and then Ratley kind of starts mimicking Tim very closely, and then just all of a sudden they both just look at each other, and you can see their like nose wiggle a little bit, and he kind of rolls over a vial with his finger, and you can see that there's a little bit of a well, he doesn't trim his nails too much, but he pushes over the vial to Tim, and Tim kind of pushes it back with his nose, and then Ratley pushes it back forward, and then Tim just picks it up, and then Tim comes back to you with a vial in his little hands.
Oh, Riley, that was amazing. How did you do that so efficiently?
I'm just born with a natural talent.
Oh, we'll be coming back to you for more lessons then.
I'd hope so. I'm always here. I brew potions, and I try to look after other things.
You're such a good friend, Radley.
Roll a perception check.
What the?
8.
8. You get kind of surprised. You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Turn around. There is a gentleman about this. Well, you don't really know if it's a gentleman or a lady. They're dressed.
See legs.
You see legs. You see arms. It is a humanoid, but it is all dressed in black robe fitting, but with a. It's the kind of like an old school trench coat style, but it has the top shoulder kind of things to it and long drapes. But you can see around the belt on the right hand side is several different vials all past there. And then there's a big kind of jug, not jug, but a bigger glass beaker kind of potion on this side. Get kind of a little scary feeling because he's also wearing the long-beaked plague doctor mask.
That was really sick.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Are you Zook?
I'll just look a little Tim. I guess so. Yeah.
Tim just kind of looks up too, looks over at Radley. Radley's actually bowing down at the moment.
Oh. Yes, that would be me. And you are?
You do not need to do that right now. Please follow me.
Alright then. Bradley!
Bradley's like, it's okay. It's okay. Powerful alchemist.
Oh,
Trust him.
alright. I'm gonna like beckon little Tim over.
Okay.
Put him in a pouch and cautiously follow this new plague doctor.
All right, so he takes you into the side cylinder guard tower that's on the corner there, similar to how you guys get down to your room. Starts walking you down through the steps. As you're walking with him, he's about the same height. Or, sorry, it's about the same height as you.
Oh! Excuse me.
Yes.
What make are you?
Make.
What race? What's behind the mask?
Does that really matter?
I'm just wondering if you're another gnome.
Would that make any difference?
Would be cool.
Then let's say yes, I am a gnome.
Dang.
So all you're seeing is just like these like black eyes. You can't see into the long beak. Can't really see the mouth to it. The hood's kind of up, but no hat on it or anything like that. And starts walking you down through the chambers, and then you're on a familiar path, similar to going to the forge. But he keeps walking down the corridor.
Fucking loves it.
Have I ever been this way before?
No, you haven't been this far past the forge. You usually turn in and you're right there, but there is several other chambers down this hallway.
As we're walking past the forge, can I like glance in?
By the forge,
I just kind of like.
no, you wouldn't be able to see the door. Well, the door's closed. You can,
Oh, okay.
you can stop.
Never mind then. No. I thought
It's
it
up
was
to
just,
you.
like,
You're
an
walking.
open
He's
area.
keeping a pace with you, and then like if you stop, he'll.
No,
maybe
I'm
stop.
really intrigued. I'm gonna keep following him.
Excellent.
Sorry. Yes, you keep following him. He opens up a. He goes, and you notice that the torches or the sconces that are on the walls as you're getting further are not actually lit right now. So you're starting to go into your gray vision. He walks up to one, and there's just a stool kind of sitting out to the side. You see him grab it, and he pulls it across the hallway, goes up to another sconce. A wall section opens up.
Please follow me.
Just gonna quickly, like jot that down in my little book. Keep going.
If you write stuff down, people can find it.
Quickly rip it out. But keep it on me.
He walks you down into a room. It's just a staircase that kind of goes down and then curves underneath, and you get a sense that you're kind of maybe underneath, closer to maybe the forge after a hallway, so you're similar in that vicinity. He opens up the door. You can see on the with your not limited, it's dark vision, so you can see on the walls that there is these shelves that are just filled with vials that have liquid in it, but you can't make out what color each liquid is. But lo and behold, there's 4 other individuals that are all dressed similar to this guy. Sorry, this person.
This thing.
And so the room's 30 by 30, so it's pretty, well, not large room, but it's small, but it has shelves all along the one side. There seems to be some type of indentation into the wall. Like there's stuff that it's a stonework kind of shelf. You're getting glowing little whites, like four little stones, I guess you'd say, that are just giving off this white kind of light.
Okay.
Don't know what other color it is because dark vision.
Yeah,
But the other 4 individuals are standing kind of by the shelves, but in the middle of the room there is a slab elevated from the ground with some little steps going up to it. The steps are not stone, they're just wood. It looks like they've been placed there.
Please lay down on the...
What is this place?
It is your birthright.
Gosh. Well, can I reach in my backpack and put like my little mask on that I have, a little gas mask? Walk up to the stairs and just lay down on it.
Please remove the mask.
I was not ready for this. Take it off.
Do you trust in the Quiver?
Yes.
Would you do anything to make sure the Quiver's motto is met?
Yes.
Do you seek power?
No.
Good answer. Prepare.
The other 4 go up to this little stone shelf, pick them off, and they're all same height as this little dudette. Sorry, I keep doing no gender here. This thing. They're all dressed very similar. You can't really. They all seem to be dressed in blacks, but there's light shades of gray with the dark vision. They each bring over
no
these
longer has a gender.
glowing little stones, and they start opening up
He's just
your
the
arm.
alchemist.
Do you resist?
No.
Okay. Open it up. You see them place 1 stone on one shoulder, 1 on the other one on your forehead, and then 1 around your stomach.
Now, this might feel a little strange. And I will not lie to you. There's 3 things that could happen. 1, success. 2, nothing. 3, you turn into some ooze.
As you hear this, the 4th guy who's down by kind of your leg there, and looks over.
This is not a time for jokes.
That's great. Probability is looking in my favor. I just smile.
Why do you like the elixirs?
Because they're strange. They're weird. They're fascinating, and I just want to know more about them.
How did you become such a enthusiast for alchemy?
Playing around on the streets with whatever I could find, it really limits to what you can do with what you have.
You are a survivor, then.
Yes.
Good. We shall begin.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me. Sorry, Constitution saving throw.
Six.
That is good. You feel. Sorry to take away from the moment.
Nope, that's good.
Oh, it's ruined. Restart.
You start feeling the stones vibrate. It almost feels like they're moving them around on you, but as you kind of like look around without losing the stone that's on your head, you realize no one's touching you. These stones start to grow white. The light starts pulsing more and more and more, and it's starting to like disrupt the vision. And it's getting so bright that you're actually starting to see colors of blues and oranges. And then all of a sudden there's a green coming up from lower, and then there's just this red color, and it's all just kind of melding together, getting brighter and brighter. You can see the last second just before like the color gets too intense. You can see like all these individuals like put on goggles and sit down, and they're like,
He is taking to it. This is excellent. They will be proud.
all of a sudden you just kind of lose consciousness.
Welcome.
You
World of
Welcome to
unconsciousness.
Rakell's world.
you wake up, don't know how much time has passed. There's no longer 4 individuals in there. There's just the one.
Am I still in the same room?
You're still in the same room. There's no stones on you.
Here's 9K.
Your vein in your heart kind of, as it pulses, you just feel like you've drank in potions before and you feel the effects of it, but this is just a constant kind of feel like you've drank in some type of potion.
People rotate into
He hands you kind of a vial and puts it in your hand.
He's like, now I'd like you to think of something you'd like to brew or concoct. We have put what is needed in there, but we want to see if you can summon the ability to fill out the rest of this potion.
Just gonna focus on it, give it a sniff, and
As
See
you're
if I can
looking
do
at
it.
this vial, there is some type of small like substance in it. Small, like looks kind of thick with a little bit of grain into it. But as you're looking and thinking to it, what spell would you like to put into this vial?
cure wounds.
The liquid starts bubbling up, and the room is now lit with sconces, and there's normal color to it. But you see this red liquid kind of fill up the vial, then just sits there and pulses. If you'd like to take your base hit points, you can, or if you'd like to roll, you can.
Hey, look through it.
Oh, that's
Not-
wrong.
Oh, you can't roll a d20 and add that to your hit points.
Tree.
That's
Plus
It's
your-
plus my modifier.
Constitution.
Yeah, plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay, so 6.
6 health point. Max health point.
Nice. 25, boys.
Right on.
that's still the weakest.
10.
Depends if I roll or if I take my base.
Yeah, I'll allow you to roll or take
I
your
get-
base,
I
but
get plus 10.
if you roll, you take your base. Ben, I'm allowing to get away with rolling and then take his base
Yeah.
because he set up the stream. I'm not playing favorites.
Wait, I'm
All right, okay. So he's still standing there. He was like,
I will lead you back to the compound.
Can I come back to this place?
Only if you come with me.
Where can I find you?
You think of us and we will find you.
Good enough.
he
Wait,
gives
Is
you.
he part of a hive mind?
Is little Tim still there?
No.
Shit.
Told you I was gonna kill him.
Oh,
Just kidding.
no!
Oh,
no,
my
no.
God.
The as you like look in your pocket, he's like,
It is good to have companions.
and you see him pull
Where
out
do you
his
think? Where do
pocket,
you think the potion
and
came?
you see Tim with another white mouse in his hand, and then he holds Tim to you.
There's 2 now?
No, the white ones.
The white one is mine.
Oh, okay.
Tim is yours.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Why did you call it Tim?
Just came to mind.
That is good. Spontaneous and just Joe's gut instinct. Correct.
It's always good to go with your gut.
That it is.
Garrett's name if he was white.
I am very, our friendship will grow, I promise you this.
He's hitting on you.
Do you have my mask as well?
Your mask is there on the slab.
You look like all they did was just kind of open it up to expose your skin to
To the
place these runes on him. And yeah, so now you he's going to lead you back into the compound. As you guys walk, is there any questions or
Yeah,
anything
what's
like
your
that?
name, sir?
The name, I have no name.
Who are you a part of the Quiver? Like, I'm hoping? This was some crazy shit that I just went through.
Think of me as more of a contractor.
Oh, okay.
They summoned us because we have something in common.
I look for alchemy. I see.
That and other things.
Interesting. Well, hopefully we'll meet again.
We will, I can promise you that.
Very good.
If you're ever near Rothschild, you will find us there. It has changed since you have been there last with Graf.
How so?
You will have to go there to see it yourself.
Okay.
Sounds like my name.
If you do need to search us out, we are the Arcane Doctors.
Sorry, Doctors of the Arcane. I reverse that.
Nice.
Dyslexia kicking in all the time.
That's a sick name. Doctors
Um,
of the Arcane.
That's it. I had something, but
Just
As you get into the compound, it is getting late. You're out there. Ratley's just still chilling there. You get the sense that he kind of might live within that little area he works in. There's a little hobble there that he kind of just lays down in.
oh no!
Ratley's a bum. But as you're as he's kind of leading you through the compound, gets you back up to the surface. And as he's walking away, it was like,
It was a pleasure meeting you, my son.
and then just keeps walking.
puppy.
Wait a minute.
And then you kind of like, yeah, like that. Wait a minute. You turn back. He's just gone.
You just met your dad.
I'm just sitting there like
Mom.
Or mama.
devastated.
You gonna cry?
Cool.
Just devastated.
Okay. Devastated. What? Devastated. I'd be stoked.
I'm
All right.
just like, I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of emotions there.
A lot of emotions.
Yeah. So yeah, you are now your new level, and you are now
Down
infused
dad,
with arcane
question mark.
blood, pretty much,
Yeah.
or something, if you want to call it that. Okay. As he is sitting there, soaked, pulled up to the shore, can hear the sounds of the night air of the city. Kane, a little refreshed, still a little woozy, but you've pulled yourself up to the shore. You're kind of, well, actually, it's up to you wherever you wanted to swim to. If you swim to the left, or sorry, the west, or the east.
Yeah,
East would bring you to the arcane tower, and then the west would bring you back to the city.
I would be going to the
It
west.
doesn't take long.
I'd be going
West?
to the west
Alright.
towards the compound.
Okay,
probably.
you get back up.
I get up on shore,
Mm-hmm.
Doggy paddling.
shake my hair out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all in my face. I'm like, oh, I look disgusting.
Good. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Leather's a little tighter than
Yeah.
usual.
Squeaks.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you stayed in those clothes. Yeah.
Rakell.
No answer.
Rakell.
You get the sense that he's either sleeping or he's just not able to attune or speak back.
How long has it been? I go back up into the bar. The harness.
Welcome back.
How long has it been since I've gone?
Calculation, probably a couple of minutes.
Rakell.
Your friend left.
Where?
He followed one of the ladies in a robe into the streets.
I look over at the table where the ladies were. Gone.
Nothing there. You roll. Actually, no. You're just if you're saying you're looking directly at the table.
Yeah. Just to see if they were there.
Yeah. Actually, no. Roll a investigation check. They're not there, but just roll it just as you're like looking over. Perfect. That's good enough. I can see it from here. You can see that there's etching in the table. There is a looks like an S, but the S is a very well. Your best guess is a serpent. Looks like a snake, but it looks like an S, and then there's a smaller S beside it, kind of under, or as it curls under. Sorry, I just drew that backwards for you at home. But yeah, it looks like two S's kind of overlaid onto each other.
So
Slutty
it's,
sirens.
It's a pictogram more than actual
Yeah, sorry,
letter.
pictogram's a good word. Yeah, I gotta get a thesaurus. I gotta get a thesaurus, guys.
Do I recognize it at all?
Oh, I love that you asked that because now we get to roll a history check or
Real pumped up about it.
yeah, I'll say history
Oh, nice.
check or
Not
or if you can justify something else, man. History check's my
No.
check.
History just through my my
Yeah, through training and hearing stuff. 12. Good enough.
Sorry, no. That's a -1. 9.
Ooh,
I misread.
9.
That's insight. That's what that was. No, 9.
Just enough. You don't know much about them, but you've heard the name and you've seen a similar symbols like this. It is something called the Sisters of the Serpent.
Mech. Do you
What
know
is
this
it? That is vandalism. I will get this fixed right away.
But do you know what the vandalism is?
Yes, it looks like they carved in something into my lovely tables.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Or were you trying to figure out what that symbol is?
That's right.
It is troubling. Very troubling.
Oh,
I will get this fixed immediately.
Whoa, Matt.
Yeah, pretty much he's like
Can
floating
you
away to get his
explain-
little
Can you
saucer
explain to me
table.
what this symbol means?
It is the Sisters of the Serpent. A cult that should have no activity in this area, but for someone to draw this is troublesome. I will tell the Quiver immediately.
Vincent. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's on our wave. I'm just trying.
You'd try. It's neat. That, like I said, described these before. When someone's unconscious or in a certain area, you feel like you can get a dial tone.
Yeah.
But they're just not responding. And this is the first time that you've asked for Vincent over the pins, and you sense a dial tone, but he just can't. He's either unconscious, somewhere where it can't reach, or they're
Graph.
static.
Zuck, can anyone hear me?
By this time, you'd just be kind of coming out because they went to the bar, and this all happened kind of while they were at the
I'm
bar.
just
So
sitting
yeah,
in the courtyard.
you hear a familiar voice come in over your pin
Staring
as
at
Ratley's
stone
like
wall.
very like worried for you, and he like keeps pushing like ingredients to you to be like, come on now.
And just,
But yeah, you hear
Yes.
Kane come on. You hear Kane call over the pin.
yeah. What trouble have you gotten yourself into this time?
Well, that's the correct response. But I'm troubled. I don't know where Rakell is.
We
and
know
there's.
this.
Have you seen Vincent in the courtyard? I'm assuming you're still at the compound. Are you at the compound?
Yep.
Have you seen Vincent?
While you were in the compound messing with Ratley, you would have seen him and Helmy walking because they got to go right by you to get downstairs.
Okay.
Well, to the area where you guys train. So.
Yeah, I actually see him right now.
Don't see him right now, but you've seen him
Oh, I've seen him.
before you
Sorry.
did your whole
My
little
apologies, yes,
your
I-
thing. You saw him run downstairs.
Yeah, I think I saw him go downstairs or somewhere in the compound.
Right now, I'm at the harness, and there's etched on this table. There's a troubling symbol, or pictogram, I should say.
At this moment, you see like one of those plate dishes come by with those little kind of saws on it.
Yeah.
This one comes by, and there seems to be some weird like iron kind of
Mac,
strands.
whoa, Mac, whoa, not yet, not
flies
yet.
over. I have already taken an image.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead. This is
So
all.
you see the plate. You see the plate low down some of it, and all of a sudden you just hear as you see like a little bit of sawdust like
There's some
coming off the
vandalism
table.
at the harness, but no, there's a troubling pictogram on this table that was in front of me. Mech took a picture of it. It's the Serpentine sisters. He says they're not supposed to be in this area. And could you please inform Vincent as soon as possible? I'm gonna go look for Rakell right now. I don't know where he is.
What happened?
I don't
to
know.
Rakell?
He's obviously turned to stone or he passed out in an alley.
How long have they
Hammered.
been gone for?
See, you lost consciousness for a bit, so it's a little hard to determine. But you guys all, you knew they were leaving, so it'd probably be a couple hours or so.
Okay.
You saw Vincent before you went and messed with the doctors of the arcane. So give or take, probably about by them getting all drunk, probably about 2 hours.
If you
Some
can't
of us
find
got
Vincent,
drunk.
come back up.
I know you're
I
tough.
can't. I can't communicate with you while you're underground. So,
All right, I'll see what I can do.
and see if you can find Graph.
I think I saw Graph go downstairs as well.
Perfect. I'm gonna go look for Rakell.
Okay.
Mac, which way
Yes.
did you see Rakell go?
The door.
The door?
Wait, Kane.
Yes.
Know who you are with women. Do not let their beautiful gazes entrap you.
There's only one woman that has caught my gaze. She's a half elf, blonde hair. She has skipped me once. I will never let her skip again. But no, don't worry about me. I head out the door,
Okay.
and first person I see, I ask if they've seen a bald, skin, no hair, white pants monk following I would describe the Serpentine sister. What were they wearing?
Beautiful
They
blue.
were
Who
wearing.
knows?
I actually was hammered, so maybe. I
Yeah,
don't
you're a
remember.
little foggy on it, but you do remember them wearing robes.
Beautiful,
But very
robed
beautiful.
lady.
So you've just come out, you're soaking wet, you
Yeah.
just grab this person on the street.
or a guard. Is there guards posted outside the house? Or
Yeah,
bouncers or
there's usually guards on patrol around. So yeah, if you wait around long enough, you don't have to wait too long. But yeah, you see a guard kind of because where the harness is, there's the crossing bridge that goes over to the other western or eastern part of the city. But yeah, there would be guards standing there.
Okay.
You give Rakell's description. No, can't say that I have, man. Never, no one by that has crossed this bridge. Is there a problem? Do you need guards? Just like looks like you are a member of the Quiver.
Well,
We are here to help.
no,
Can you not?
not yet.
Do you want us to put out a search party?
Holy crap! You do that for me?
Well, as long as you have the pin of the Quiver.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
A search party. All right, I'll get on the horns. Mal! Yes. Sound the horns. Search party. Someone is missing within the city. They start going, and then you can see the tower that's just a little bit north of them
my
as
God,
they're
what have you done?
walking. Mal is standing
Great
guard,
time.
waiting. him and about 2 other guards are going to the tower. Um,
I'm just playing this through my head right now. The best part is they're gonna find Rakell and he's gonna reek of alcohol. He's just gonna look.
I'm probably not gonna have pants
now
either.
this is transpiring now.
Yes,
They've already
absolutely.
taken. But just to let you know that, like, see how they're willing to help the Quiver this much.
Yeah.
Just let it be known that as long as it's not for a stupid reason, they'll still
whatever.
respect you.
Gotta
All
do what you
right,
gotta
so
do.
they're heading off to the tower. And Mal's standing there. He's kind of, Mal's the one who ran. The other guy's still standing there. He's like, "Yes, we'll sound the horn, and all the guards will come and look again. With your description there, we'll get our artist to draw a portfolio of him, and we shall be able to find him."
Whoa.
You said it was search party, and search
Yeah,
party is
but
what we
that's-
do.
Holy crap. Okay,
We
well,
can do it within the city. It shouldn't take more than an hour or two, or a bell or two, and we'll have him found in no time. Where's the last known location of him?
the harness, but he walked out following some robed ladies that were part of the Serpentine Sisters.
You mean Sisters of the
Yes.
Hold on. You see him grab something immediately, and like he starts talking into it. He's like, this is Code Enclave. Code Enclave.
Perfect.
You actually now
Great.
start hearing kind of a ding, ding, a bell ringing in the city.
What's going on?
The Sisters of the Serpent should not be around in this location, and if they are here, they are a dangerous cult that should not be taken lightly. We're going to hunt them down. We'll find them. And your friend. Maybe he's been taken by them.
Cal was following them.
How many were there?
3.
Yeah, so the bell starts going, and this
Oh,
guy
God.
starts like sweating bullets. Like this is like almost his part-time job, and now he's like, shit. Like I gotta man up. So you see panic across his face. He's like, quick, we'll go to the compound. We'll get every adventurer we can. We will scour the city looking for the Serpent Sisters. We'll go through. We'll find them. He starts rushing off. And then you start hearing a horn being blown in another tower off to the other section. So now it's starting to sound like pandemonium as you see even people as you walk by the
We're never gonna
flower
go back to
market.
this city.
You can see a bunch of them are now closing up their umbrellas and stuff like that. Like the city's going into a lockdown.
Zuck?
You're hearing a bell ring and then all of a sudden a horn going.
How far is it? It hasn't been very long.
I'm just gonna say I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm just alright, it's a little choppy, I'll take a step back. Yeah.
Nice.
What
Yeah, those bells are me.
Oh my god! Why? You gotta
Apparently,
be
the
done?
Serpentine Sisters is a big thing. I didn't
Oh,
have no
God.
idea. Anyways, find Vincent ASAP so we can rectify this problem quick. I'm still in search of Rakell.
Poor
No
Vincent.
idea.
You
No
started
idea.
kind of as you backed up in the tower. You can still catch a little bit outside. You can see these
How was I supposed to know?
weird, bright orange flames now being lit on the compound at the top.
Do you remember reading in the compound manual about the flames, what that means when they get lit? There's about 3 right now.
So each section,
Yeah,
so
that's
from where
an
you're looking
alarm
at, you can
system.
see the other tower, opposite of the column that you're in. You can see at the top, one's gone up. There's a really orange glow going from the top of the one that you're underneath as you look out, and then at the other sides of the wall,
Sketch
those are
house
going up.
beautiful women.
And then the big
No.
fortress part of the
Lesson learned.
compound, there's a new fire going on there.
This guy go figure.
So it's like a big, like bat signal, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
warning out, and it's bright. So it's like
Yeah, that's to inform everyone to be on alert.
yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna hurry away.
'Kay, I'm
before
gonna-
you can say anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for Rakell.
All
I
right.
Start searching.
So as you're
for
searching,
anything.
you can see people like running, going to their houses, and like shutting doors now. Like even for the like slightest little thing that you've just said, seems to have a big pull to it.
Well,
Like sorry,
good
it's a
thing I have
tension drawer.
proof. Unless they killed Mac.
As the thing flies away, but Mech still has
Yeah.
it. Yes, Mech has a like an
I'm gonna-
arcane photocopy. kind of.
Mac had the camera turned around, it's just him.
I'm gonna start looking in less obvious spots. I'm just assuming that
All right, so we're
Back-
roll an investigation
back
check. We'll
alleys
see if
as we scour. 20. Not 20.
natural 20.
But you, what did you say? Investigation.
Yeah,
So it'd be
investigation.
21, but not.
Ooh, 21. All right. You, with your heightened sense and even all the chaos that's going on right now,
Would those
Yeah, at first you think the Azer piss is just coming off the above lip of yourself, but you catch just and it's you've never really been able to do this
Drunken
before.
recall.
Yeah, you just re-smelling stuff, and all of a sudden you're getting flashes, and you remember that you guys were both drinking Azer's piss, and there's a faint smell to it in the air, and it's almost supernatural that you can pick it up. And it goes through the flowering markets, even though it's a large thing, but it goes over to some buildings you can just see poking up. Now, before you wouldn't be able to see the buildings because of the tents that have all been erected, but now they've all been pulled in, so it's you can see buildings a lot easier. But before you can get there, Cal.
Ooh, that's what we're waiting for.
Do they happen to
You've already caused enough. No, just kidding.
no, I just want to know if are they fey, fiends, or undead, these ladies?
That's what we're waiting for.
What are you doing there, buddy? We don't need any feedback. You're in the game. You don't need to be watching them.
Nice direction, bro.
Easy. Fey, fiend, or fiends?
Fey, fiend, or undead?
Nope. They
Okay.
are not.
That's fine. Just because then I'd have an easier time tracking.
Yeah, you would.
Bloodhunters.
But yeah, I saw it.
That and the fragrance too. Actually, pick up. You kind of remember it from being drunk. Okay, Rakell, your eyes kind of open a bit. Well, for an adventurer as yourself, just sleeping on the streets is very, very weird. You see the fiery, as your eyes are kind of focusing, you can see these stars in the sky, and then you're realizing, wait, those aren't the stars in the skies. And this cape that you've seen before, and these red glasses that all you can see is like almost a reflection of yourself in them, as they're just ruby red, this fiery red hair to it, sideburns that come right down, the little tiny goatee to it, and he's just kind of like perched over top of you, kind of like checking your leggings and looking at you as you are now laying down in front of Rizal, the guy you saw talking to Vincent earlier.
Oh, well, if you knew me, Rakell, then you know that weird's kind of my thing.
Oh, is it?
Ah, yes.
Oh.
I recognize you. Your red hair, sparkly cape.
That's...
And you were talking to my supervisor, Vincent.
Is Vincent your watcher?
Yes.
Oh, this is my lucky night. This is just marvelous.
Don't tell my co-adventurers, but I'm pretty sure I'm Vincent's favorite.
Who else do you travel with?
Oh, Kane, Zuck, and Graf.
Ah.
Rakell and the Dirty Boys.
Rakell, and I heard a bard telling that story actually not 2 nights ago. Why are you here laying in the streets?
Oh, I was following a beautiful lady for my friend, and then she kissed me, and then now I'm here looking at you.
I think Rakell, me and you could be great friends.
Oh.
My name is Rizal. I am the head master of the Hydra Merchant Guild.
Oh.
Please, let me help you up.
Oh, thank you.
As you stand up to him, he's got some height on you, but then you kind of like look down at his boots, and there's a good couple inches on them. He's very extravagant looking. He has a white shirt that is just flapped over top with these little, like almost star-like buttons. But within the star, each has looks like a head of some type of reptile or lizard. He has some fancy rings on his hands. He has his staff a cane with some kind of gem on the top of it. He said, please, let us walk the streets and let me find out more about you.
Oh. Do you think if I wore shoes like that with a long enough foot, it would extend the range of my kicks? And I kind of do some kicks in front of them.
Oh, you're a monk, you say, are you?
Yes, one of the best.
Travel in the arts martial.
Well, more of drinking these days, but yes.
Drinking, eh?
Oh, I love myself a good pint nowadays.
I have a friend I'd like to introduce to you. Maybe he could help you a bit, but please, still inform me more. But you and your dirty boys have been up to?
Dirty boys or the dirties, whatever you
the
prefer.
dirties? Yes. Sorry, sorry. I put words in people's mouths sometimes, along with other things. What have you been?
Excuse me.
Yes.
What other things are you putting in people's mouths?
Oh, just food on the table, money, anything they need to pay for. At least I have some very interesting friends in the guild. What have you been doing for Vincent?
Oh, well, that's official Quiver business.
Oh, but we're friends, Rakell.
I just met you.
Yes, but we're
The last friend I
Oh,
just
yeah,
met
they ever-
kissed me and left me passed out on the street.
Oh, she did she? Well, I might be able to help you with that. I may know of this lady. Did you catch her name by any chance?
No. Who kisses someone without giving their name?
Well, don't mean to brag, but anyways, please let us fall. And at that note, you start hearing ding, 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 and the horns going off, and then the sky kind of lights up orange over close to the compound. Oh, well, this is peculiar. There must be some danger in the city. I can show you a place of refuge if you like. It'd be easy. I have a place around town that I stay in when I'm here, just to do my merchant business.
I should probably get back to the compound, but
Oh, you
would you have a drink there?
The compound at the compound, they...
No, at your place.
Oh, I have many drinks,
Oh, well.
actually. I also have a companion who is similar in the style of the arts of the martial. Except he likes to confuse his opponents. He likes to drink as well.
Oh, I would like to meet him.
Would you? All right. Well, then come with me. Let us get out of this noisy racket of the air.
After you.
Yes. All right. And he starts leading you down further down this alley that you're in, going in around a corner, starts taking you around. Roll a... I guess it'd be a survival check for me.
Takes him to a white van.
Free game.
18.
White carriage.
All right.
Free booze.
18. It's almost... He's taking like the long way through the city. You're kind of getting a feel for it. Haven't been in many cities, but you're catching your bearings, knowing where you're going. And then he takes you to these storm doors that are underneath the building. You're very close. You can hear the sound of the Vanilla Canal kind of rushing water. So you assume you're getting closer to the docking districts, even or not docking. Yeah, the docking market. And he opens up these doors to a building that looks like it should be some type of fishing establishment, I guess it'd be. You can see a couple nets hanging in the window, and it's all kind of out of this very dark looking wood oak panels to it. Doesn't look like it's upkept well, but still matches with the city itself. He opens up some doors and starts walking down the stairs. He's like, please.
Walk right down.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Cool as ice, baby. So he guides you down, but then he shuts the doors behind, and he just puts like a little lock latch on it. We don't want anybody interrupting. And then he brings you down into a kind of, it looks to be similar setup to the harness. There is round tables sitting around. But in the middle, it kind of a big cylinder that drops down about 3 feet or so not too deep. And you can just see sand in the middle, some broken glass and whatnot. So there's some tables sitting around. You do see one familiar face of this little halfling sitting there, all smiling with the wispied out hair. The little suspenders on him, and he's just kind of playing like a little accordion, you can see. There is a bar set up, and just so happens that there is this, there's a quick glance, there's about 12 to 13 people in here. Dimly lit. There is to be about... Sorry, I gotta count this out again. There is to be about... a total of... I'd say about 14 tables. Some tables are empty, but they all seem to center around this little pit in the middle. He walks you by saying hello to some people, and then some people are like, Rizal, back so soon? He's like, friends. friend more friends. As you get into the area, you're closer now to where the bar is. In the dimly lit corner, though, you do see 3 robed individuals that look to be very attractive. And a slight snicker kind of comes across them. Laughing. That catches you out real quick, but then Rozelle's like, my friend Dova. This humanoid walks up, fairly tall, red-finned ears that is all scaled, 2 horns coming out, a snout to it, yellow eyes, and just jagged teeth, maw. Looks to be somewhat... you would have heard or seen them, maybe, Dragonborns. Mm-hmm. But this guy is not as big as usual Dragonborns are. He looks more humanoid than dragon. But he's still all covered in scales, but he has the more frame of a human. There's no tail to him. And he's kind of stumbling, walking towards you. Rozelle. And he has wraps around his hands. He has just a kind of a loincloth kind of going across that comes down to about his knees. And his feet are all wrapped. Has a big jug in his hand as he's like walking and hitting the table. Rozelle. Oh, Dova, so good to see you. This is my new friend.
Dova, your name, you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Rakell. Pleasure to meet you.
Rakell. And just grabs your forearm, big shake. You immediately feel the strength behind this guy, even though he's like wobbling like a motherfucker.
I like your style. Some kobolds stole my loincloth, so I upgraded to these.
Kobolds insult the dragon's blood.
Oh, well, I killed them then, if that makes you feel better.
Ah!
Oh.
Like you.
See,
I
Rakell,
like you.
we are friends. We have similar interests meeting these fascinating people.
Well, I must get on my friend's level. Can I get a drink?
You certainly can. We don't have the expensive stuff, but it is strong nonetheless.
Well, I'm sure it'll just be an acquired taste.
I don't know. I don't usually partake. This is a little bit below me, but I knew you'd need to meet these friends, and yes, we're all good. Don't tell Vincent you are here, though. Vincent doesn't need to know.
Well, for a friend.
For a friend. Excellent. Let me get your tab for you. So, there is a table sitting there. Dova stumbles and kind of falls into this little cylinder here that is probably about a good 40 foot, not 40, 40 feet would be the cylinder for it. And he kind of falls in there. And Rozelle's just kind of laughing to himself, goes and grabs some drinks. Your drinks are paid for here anytime. Oh. Just don't bring any watches here or whatnot. This is a place for friends.
Ah.
Your companions, though, your Kane, Zook, and Graf, will for sure bring them here anytime.
Well, of course.
Excellent. Before I give you this never-ending tab, I've quite a predicament. I know we're new friends. Don't hate me. I believe you could probably put up a good fight against my friend Dova.
I wouldn't want to embarrass him.
You see, like he has like I'm not gonna say a pale complexion, but you can see his face kind of light up red, like he is excited, very excited. Oh, this will be a grand old time. Excellent. Well, just get your cute little pants into that little cylinder, and we shall begin.
Oh, I wouldn't want to dirty them when I take them off and then hop down into the pit.
Got Gitches on underneath, or are you going Freebird again?
Freebird.
All those cameras.
Sorry about that. All right, as I say to the people sitting at home. All right.
Yeah, and I make sure I grab a bottle as well.
You grab a bottle.
Nice.
So he has like the jug, like it's literally like one of the ale jugs, the triple X's on the side, and he's about to pour it into some tankards, and you just, he's like, excellent. All right. Well,
What's going on, Ben?
Oh, this camera. Turn it off. I'll plug it back in.
Oh.
so, that wasn't me.
No, it's this camera.
If technical difficulties,
Yeah, this camera.
we can.
turned
All
on.
right. Well, can we call an early break? Because really got to pee. But no. Sorry. Before we break the immersion
it's
here.
good.
Oh, it's good now. All right. So, all right, Rakell, as you jump into this pit, this slumbering, drooling Dova, this dragon being, I guess we'll call him for now. As soon as you jump in the pit, stands to attention, and he's like ready to go.
Take a big swig, and then
All right, so you take a big Constitution saving throw for me, please, sir.
Nice.
Remember, you've already had some Azer's Piss tonight.
oh,
Oh, it's starting to hit him.
The more you
10.
drink it, the higher. Oh, all right. So you start getting woozy, and like you're seeing one of them, and then he kind of like even though he's standing straight, and all of a sudden he starts wobbling too, and then you guys are both in this weird kind of slumberous dance. And just roll me a I want to say insight check on this one.
7.
7. All right. Okay. So yeah, he starts kicking the shit out of you. Yeah, he's just getting in close, and he's just the movement and the jerkiness to him, like it's throwing you off because you're like, is it junk or my junk? And he's getting a couple pot shots on you. Just roll an attack roll for me with disadvantage because you got a 7 on that Constitution check. Oh, right. Yeah. So he's just like, you're going and you're like, he should be right there. And he just kind of like falls to the one side, missing. And then like, it is like, just flashes. You're like, that's almost not fair because he goes from being totally limber and stuff, going to his like quick attacks and is cracking into your ribs. And you feel,
I puke on him.
yeah. How's that? Yeah. You puke on him and you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from this punch.
Kicking my ass.
Kicking your ass. Now, narratively, for you watching at home, like, oh, we're not going into combat. Narratively, this is becoming a learning experience for you. As you're learning his moves, and Rozelle's kind of like giving you like hindsight, like, oh, you shouldn't have let him do that. Oh, what are you doing, Rakell? Oh, this is just nonsense.
Just taking it easy on him.
As you just continue.
Ever cocky, I love it.
All right. So as you're like say taking it easy on him, you just feel your jaw get rocked and just starts throbbing. You get to make one more attack roll at this guy.
Come on, learn something.
An 11.
An 11. Not good enough. As you like throw it and you make contact, and then he just kind of like all very stupefied and like drunk, like just cracks you square in the nose. You feel blood start flowing up to your eyes, and you're just starting to lose sight of it. And then you hear, no, don't hurt my friend anymore. Just please go easy on him, Dova. I just wanted him to learn a thing or two. He could be helpful to us. Okay. And then kind of just gives you one push. And you kind of, you fall over.
I'm unconscious.
Not unconscious. You're still kept unconscious. But then you
I
feel...
just kind of crawl up to the ale.
Good call. You see there's like 2 little footsteps like in the wall. It's like almost like a pool ladder to climb out of. But as you're doing that, he kind of throws something at you. And it is a large brass key. Now, this key looks familiar to you because you've seen this exact same key at your monastery before. Like you've seen this exact cut, and it just has the weird wind decals all across the like shaft of the key, and then into the handles. And the handle itself, like, it's like your typical like little old lock school, but it looks like it's knuckles on the end. Through your fingers. So yeah, you get that, and it's like, yeah, it's that. And then he's just kind of wobbles too, and then just falls over into the pit. And on that, we're going to go for break if that's okay. Sorry.
Early break.
Early break, guys. Go. Sorry about that. Thank you all for watching. Once again, using Sirenscape when I remember to press play. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying everything.
Back in 10.
Like, subscribe, do all your good stuff, man. All right. Thank you. No, just wait. Don't start recording. I'm just kidding. Hi, welcome back to the tavern, guys. Sorry, we're all having fun, having a great adventure. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you'll notice, actually, in our last few little videos, we've had... the last video. Which camera is... Oh, more tech support? That's why we went on break. But anyways, there's some new decals on the bottom. That's all thanks to Ben, the guy who has all the streams set up.
Ben.
It's real awesome, and that was all from like comments and like little critiques. So we always enjoy that stuff. We'll work to make the stream even better. Yeah, and once again using Sirenscape for the stream for the foreseeable future. Hope and have fun. Yeah.
I keep putting it down here.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
you do? Oh, okay. No,
I didn't know
worries.
you
No, I had it there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just to make sure nothing's going wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I've had kind of an exciting night here in Aberth. So, Rakell,
Yes.
you were badly beaten. Roselle has asked two individuals to come over and kind of help you out of the pit. You climbed out on your own accord, but you're very disoriented. Roselle looks at you. Well, Rakell, I believe the sounds we were hearing before coming into this beautiful venture as actually they are looking for you, so I don't want to keep your companions concerned. I will release you into the wild, as they say, and you will be on your way. Just like I mentioned before, let's just keep this our little secret, and hopefully your friends don't get in too much trouble shutting down a city looking for you, but I would do the same if I had control of this city. But in future reference, if you're ever looking for us, I don't think a majority of us will be here much longer. We're going to make our route to Talur, and then from there to Helix. So if you're ever looking for us in the future, that would probably be where we'll be at. I do a lot of trading in Helix. We are quite busy, as the Aberth has decided maybe against continuing our contracts for trade, so we seek other ventures.
Oh. Well, I appreciate your help, friend.
Oh, it has been a great honor.
I feel like this place will be my new home.
It is. The Rusty Hook is a vowel name, but it is a place I like to call home when I'm here visiting.
The Dirties would feel right at home at the Rusty Hook.
Oh, I cannot wait. I believe Swally has some songs for you. Maybe he will sing them when you get back.
I must find Swiley.
Just a quick question. By chance, have you ever spoken with the higher-ups of Aberth yet? Have you spoken to the new ordering Lady Aberth? Or Lady Gracie?
Oh, I can't remember. My memory is terrible.
Oh, well. Nova says he likes to pretend that he's intoxicated sometimes. It makes his opponents off guard. So don't let the alcohol consume you. Just use it for a stage presence.
Well, of course.
Okay, well, I think it should be going now. We don't want the gods of Aberth coming down here and shutting us down. This is just our own private little party, I guess.
Oh, well, if you're on your way, then I guess I can wander the streets like this. I'll tell them I ran into some thugs.
Excellent. Yes. Don't worry about the ladies you see. They have no importance here. Just carry on and have a good night. I see you.
I'll give them a wave again.
Okay.
Put my pants back on. And
your dong was up the whole time.
make my way outside.
All right.
You have so much sand on your dong.
Okay. So, back to Kane. As Kane, you are stumbling upon a area where there is a heavy scent of the Azer's piss. And, would you like to keep venturing? As you can still hear the horns. Guards are now following. Actually, Mal has made his way over to you. Shall we search? We shall search together then.
Yes, I am on his scent. I smell the
Okay,
acid.
then lead the way, sir. I will have about 15 guards going to meet us at our
There's a
location.
bunch of others there.
Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Coffee grounds in my
okay.
coffee. Ugh. Ah.
Man up.
It's this way. I
Okay.
beeline following it as quick as possible.
You follow it.
being concerned for my friend.
Yeah, your friend. And now you've realized that
Rakell.
at that moment, as you're leaving the storm doors, you can hear the tick behind you. But as you get out, you just get the end of your name coming through the pin, like Rakell, coming through.
Kane, is that you?
Where are you? I'm looking all over for you. You've been missing for a while.
Oh. I don't know where I am. We followed the ladies into an alley, and then she kissed me, and I woke in an underground fighting pit, and I got my ass kicked by a drunk, and still no idea where I am, but I'm making my way to the streets.
What kind of landmarks are around you?
I don't know, it's pitch black. I'm in the cellar.
No, there's some light source to it. You're out of the cellar now. You know you're kind of at the bottom edge, pretty much. Yeah, move your finger a little closer, right around there.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm by the docks. I'll
I'm following
meet you at the
Yazoo.
compound.
No, I'm heading towards you right now. The city's in lockdown. Those 3 robed figures are highly dangerous, and
One thing to note as you're following the Azer's Piss, you still catch the scent, but it seems to be masked now. But now that you're talking to him, you kind of are figuring out where he is, but there is some kind of something masking the odor for your last little bit of the trail.
this way.
All right, so the guards are all still following you. You can hear the bells still ringing, the horns blaring as you come out. It's like, holy shit, like the city is crazy right now. By this time, you would have met up with Vincent too. He would have left the area, you see Graf playing with some new toys, and yeah, Vincent comes out. He'd put the eye back on the little pedestal for you, and he tells Helmut that he's done with it. Yeah.
In walk I.
Yeah, in walk you.
Hey, Graf.
When you walk in, I'm actually standing on the wall.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Graf.
Helmut's chuckling to himself.
Pretty good. Just working on some things.
Yeah, I've noticed. Side note, one sec, hold that. Vincent.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard, but Kane ran into some Sisters of the Serpentine at the harness.
That instant, Vincent, always kind of serious looking, but he gives a kind of almost a scowl looking at Helmut, and Helmut like immediately, not panicky, but just kind of like stands at attention, like what Sisters of the Serpent. Sisters of the Serpent. Is that what you said?
Yes.
I come down off the wall.
Helmut's like a little smile and like, huh? What? Okay, where? There? What? They're in the city?
Yeah, apparently. They might have Rakell, last I heard.
Vincent at this moment's like, see, I told you, things are not what they seem. This is just, let's go. And then he just bails out, and you can see him like taking out his bow and like starting to grab arrows and putting them, getting ready to man up as they come out into the compound. They can see all the guards. At this moment, too, being out in the streets, you'd actually see a couple of humanoids in the sky kind of flying through the city, like looking down, and you can see these glowing arcane energy around their hands, and they're wearing these blue robes, and they have these not helmets, but they're kind of almost like a crown with like little fins kind of come up the side, and the crown goes down, and they're flying low enough that you'd see them, and they kind of stop in at the compound, get directions, and then people are all pointing out.
As soon as we're out, like above ground, we'd be like, Kane, Rakell, where are you? What's going on?
I'm Vincent.
I'm in hot pursuit of Rakell. I should meet up with him soon.
Yeah.
Vincent, are you here?
Yes.
Yes.
First time ever you hear him come over to your pins.
I didn't know you had one of these.
Is he always listening?
Not always, but it's good to know where my hounds are at.
On a more important note,
Yes.
me and Rakell, of course, were at the harness, having a few drinks. There was three
course.
beautiful ladies sitting at a table, robed,
Not
way
fun,
too
right?
pretty to be, Anyways, I got drunk, fell through the middle of the bar, came back up. Rakell was gone. There was a serpentine sister symbol on the table.
Sisters of the Serpent.
Whatever, Sisters of the Serpent.
I get your GIF. All right.
Anyways, Mech took a picture of it for proof, and I'm in hot pursuit of Rakell, and we're in the south. We're close to the dock.
Rakell.
They don't seem so
Rakell.
dangerous. They're just
Ra-
drinking at a table.
You're what?
What?
You can hear Vincent like asking you, like, Rakell.
Yeah.
Where are you at this moment?
Oh, they call it the Rusty Hook.
Okay. You guys being beside Vincent, he switches off. Well, not switches off, but you see him move down onto another pin, and then he says, "You can't make out what he's saying into it." But it's at this time, the first time that you guys have seen him do this. You've seen it retract into him, but you've never seen it extract. But he flips up his eye patch, and his eye starts floating through and starts going through the city into the direction off to the docks.
That was cool.
Have some tricks. It's always keep watch.
No doubt. Can we
Have I met up
see
with
it?
Rakell?
Has it
Yeah,
like
you'd
gone invisible
the
yet?
no, it doesn't go invisible. It's just literally an eye, and then
Have I met up with Rakell yet?
oh yeah, you guys
Oh, okay.
met
Oh,
there.
well, head back down.
And the guards are all like right
Rakell.
there.
Head back inside.
You're going back down on the thing. You're
yeah,
right
yeah.
near this. You
Who's
walked
down
away a
there,
bit, so you
Rakell?
came back.
Oh, just
All right,
a dozen people or so.
Rakell, who's down there?
No, the pretty ladies.
You tried these storm doors. They're locked.
The redheaded man with the sparkly cape that me and Graf met earlier in the day. Talking to Vincent.
I didn't see him.
Vincent, the ladies are down here.
The Rusty Hook. Wait, do you say you were
They're-
with?
They were
You
down
met with Rizal?
Yes, that's his name.
You're supposed to stay away from that man. What did he tell you? Never mind. Helmut, let's go. Helmut.
What
on
do
the
you want
other
us to do,
hand,
Vincent? I'm assuming we're outside the trap.
Stand outside those doors and do not let anybody enter or exit or enter.
Yes, sir.
Helmut, on the other hand, has gone up the tower. As you guys leave the compound and you look, there is a humanoid standing there, dwarven's height, on one of the guard towers of the compound. And you can see Helmut has something strapped to his back as he puts out his hands, and then also little wings fall out, and you see him like glide like squirrel suit going towards all this section. As you guys are standing there, guards are starting to show up, and like you can see a couple other adventurers starting to come in onto your location. The blue mages have now all landed.
Put a perimeter around this place. There might be another entrance. I'm just yelling.
It has already been done.
All right, sorry.
You can see them kind of like glowing arcane fists and look through, and then the
can't
ones
hear.
like it is too late. We'll see anyways. And then they were waiting for call. A couple minutes pass by, but Vincent shows up. You two roll perception checks, actually, real quick.
11. 20.
20. You catch just kind of freaks you out that there's a floating eye that has kind of just showed up right beside you guys. A few minutes pass by, but the whole herd, like, it's a little bit of a spectacle because there's a lot of the city guard that are there, as well as these three mages who have landed. Helmut is now squirrel suited and landed. Vincent has rode in too, not rode in, but he's made the way there. Kind of flips open the eye patch, the eye goes back in, shuts it down. The mages have a quick conversation with Vincent. It'd be kind of subtle. You guys don't quite make out what they're talking about. But then you hear Vincent be like, "Fuck, we'll check anyways." And then fucking Vincent goes to the doors, tries to pull on it for a second. Then Helmut's like, walks right up, "I got this." And then kind of pulls his gloves a little bit tighter, grabs a hold of the doors. I'm like, well, I'll roll just to make sure. And of course, yep, with his just doors swing open. There is cobwebs, dust. Like it looks like this place hasn't been entered in some time. Vincent walks in. Then Helmut follows after. The mages go in. They tell you all to kind of wait outside for a second. The guards are all kind of standing around, little pikes all ready to go. And then a moment passes, another moment passes, and then Vincent comes back out. You sure this was the location that you were in?
I'm positive. I'd never forget a place that offered me drinks for life.
That's true.
The mages say, we do sense that there was some illusionary spells put on here. This is troubling. We'll stand and get the Arcane Tower to investigate what has happened here. Some form of teleportation, mass teleportation was done here. We should have been able to notice it, but it could be due to the Oracle transfer. Maybe this is... And you can see them all kind of just pondering and talking to themselves as like the higher up adventurers are agreeing with them. So when I said a couple other adventurers showed up, it'd only be Helmut and the mages that would show up for this, because it's easier to figuring stuff out. Sorry, guys. So from the gist of it, a few minutes go by, and then Vincent comes up to you and says that Rakell is a very dangerous magic user, and the Hydra Merchant Guild is, yes, it is someone they trade with, but they're always been questioned. Their motives are very... they do stuff for the good, but at the same time, there's always kind of a catch to it or something like that. So...
well, yeah, they brought me to a cellar. And
what
beat me
Vincent
up.
proposes that you might have been put under some type of spell or
Seems like a solid.
been... they might have had something in place here where you might have been just a witness to a mass suggestion, or as well as some type of dream state, which he will go into saying that when we meet with Lady Aberth, she will peer further into this. Or Lady Gracie, sorry.
Oh.
If you were to ever see this Rakell again, do not have a conversation with him without having a higher level magic user or a higher experienced magic user with you, or myself be with you.
Well, he did tell me where he was going.
Where?
He said he was going to Luz and then possibly to Helix.
That is, he speaks with Helmut and he's like, well, it makes sense. That's where they'd probably go, but why? I will ask her when we speak with her. Now, Kane. You shut down an entire city just to look for your friend.
No. They shut down the city when I mentioned the Serpentine sisters.
As a member of the Quiver, your word travels... your word speaks volumes here to the Guard. They are here to assist you. In future references, this Serpent Sisters or Sisters of the Serpent are, a foul cult. And I'm glad that you said it, but it should have come to us first. The guards, I apologize, I had to take care of something first.
I have small legs. I can only run so fast.
As Graf gets and as
At this point, you're on my shoulder.
Yeah, sorry, you guys would show up, and you guys got to see all this too as well. So,
Kane, I know you're nervous about going home.
the
for your
Sisters
ceremony,
of Serpent
but
is also, but it is good that you mentioned it to the guards. So if any of them try to escape, we can find them.
Can you give us some light on the Sisters of the Serpent? What? I just keep hearing the name.
They
Can you
are-
explain?
What are they?
They are a cult and also a species, the Yonti.
Oh,
They
but
are
I know what the Yonti is.
by blood connected to the serpent, the great Dendar, the eater of nightmares, the feeder on nightmares.
sounds like a cool.
Without
dude.
they worship the Velvet Sister. And he kind of points to the sky, and you can see the big purple moon that's there too as well, kind of moving in. They believe that star is Dendar itself in an imprisonment, or in prison in this area.
Would you say Silver Sister?
Velvet.
The Velvet.
Ooh, sorry.
But it has been quite an exciting evening. We must meet with Lady Gracie tomorrow evening after the ceremony. I do not want to belittle you any, but you shall all remain in your quarters for the next 24 hours till we meet Lady Gracie. A couple of our higher-ups will, more experienced workers, or experienced adventurers are going to comb the city and see if there's any trace of the Serpent Sisters. We have already heard from Mech that he has the image.
We would like to assist.
Yeah, is there anything we can do to help?
Perhaps
We don't
I
want
can-
to
If they've had Rakell by themselves, I'm afraid that they might know more. I do appreciate the and you see Vincent is flustered, like he is trying to figure shit out, but he can't really know what to say at this time.
We're here to help.
I understand, but it'll also put you at danger.
That's our
Without
job.
I
Vincent.
understand, but you're my hounds, and I still need to watch out for you.
We aren't kids.
What is coming up will need your attention, and I do not need to distract you with this. It might be for the best of what's about to transpire. We will
gonna have
speak
to-
again tomorrow.
Perhaps I could spend the 24 hours in the laboratory of the compound.
You will be secluded to you will be sanctioned to the compound itself. You will not be allowed to leave the compound.
One day you're gonna have to let us flap our wings, Vincent.
That day is very soon, Kane.
Just shake
There is more at work here than I am able to explain to you.
This is the whole point of me joining the Quiver, was to help.
Lady Gracie will tell you what you need. And that is it. No more questions.
It's fair enough.
Why can't you be more like Grat? No, just kidding. sorry.
Vincent just snaps.
Vincent is going to walk you guys back to the compound. He is very tight-lipped. You guys can try to ask him something if you want, if you have any other further questions.
That's it.
I'm disappointed.
Do you know who the Doctors of the Arcane are?
Yes.
Could you give me some information on them?
What do you want to know?
Who are they?
They are a group that spends the majority of their time finding components for spells to sell to us for our arcane tower, as well as alchemy and potions. They do a lot of brewing, and they are nice enough that they charge a fair rate, and we have a great bond with them.
Are they gnomes?
Some of them are, yes. The trouble with Doctors of the Arcane is there's certain potions and other arcane talents that they have that can hide their race and identity. We do not press further, but there is a line of respect that has never been broken between us.
Understandable. Do you know where they reside from? Are they residing from Aberth? Or
Majority of them are, yes.
Okay.
There has been tales of some venturing off the continent, but some of them are known to reside in Rothschild.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys enter into your quarters. As you're walking down, you hear, as you guys enter into your quarters, you're allowed to stay within the compound. It is late at night, so I don't know if you guys want to just go to your rooms and sleep, or is there anything
Sal
else?
still?
Yeah, Sol would still be around.
I go down, talk to Sal.
Okay. As you're going to walk down to kind of the armory, well, not armory, but the name forgets me, but the kind of dress room, not quartermaster, but just where the kind of garments and everything are upkept, kind of like a laundry room, I guess. No, not that bad, but yeah, where he's normally located, he'd be there. But what's the other three you guys doing?
I want to find Ratley and then ask for his assistance
Okay.
to go to the laboratory and help me with something.
Okay.
If I was able to go to the forge, I'd be down
Yeah,
there.
you'd be allowed to go back in the forge.
Back to tinker
Rakell.
around there.
Taking a nap.
Taking a nap. All right. So as you go meet with Sel, what do you want to do there?
Get my armor.
Okay, your armor is all there.
And we made a mistake earlier. I wouldn't,
Yeah,
I would've been
when you
wearing
came out of the
my
water, I
armor.
was about to pause and stop that. But
Yeah.
whatever, who cares?
So,
Yes.
how are you on this fine night?
It's quite exciting out there tonight.
Yes, that was my doing. I'm being scolded for trying to help everyone.
Oh, don't worry, it'll all be fine. As long as no one was hurt, we'll be fine. What, do I need to put another notch in your...
No.
Oh.
I tried to get on another mission, but I was sadly denied. Not my time, I guess.
Do you always cry, boy?
No.
Sil's like, I didn't say that. And points behind you.
Hello, Uncle. Don't turn around.
Hello.
How are you? On this night?
Oh, quite entertained, quite entertained.
I figured you'd be watching from somewhere.
Always. How come is it every time that I've been summoned you must go have drinks beforehand?
Yeah, well. I don't know if you know my friend Rakell, but
Oh, I do. Childhood friend. How come I would not know?
his tongue is slippery. He loosens my grip on alcohol.
Some friends are best kept at a distance.
That's the title.
Um, well, I've been eating my armor tonight, Uncle.
No, not tonight, but in 2 nights, or well, by the rise of the next 2 suns, we will need it.
Are we venturing back?
That we are. I am going to be accompanying you and your companions back to your hometown.
Have you been in touch with Father?
Yes?
How is his temperament these days?
Preoccupied. I'm also a little weary. Without giving away too much to get your mind spinning, I'd like you to have a restful evening, and you being secluded to the compound should keep you away from most liquor, but I'm sure in the main hall you could get your hands on some. Your father's been up to certain things that is quite concerning. Hence, I'm going with you back to the town.
You're checking on my father.
I'm unlike your father. I do not vow allegiance to the order. I vow my allegiance to the Quiver.
Well, if I'm going back there, I'm going to have to vow my allegiance to both.
The ceremony does not lock you into the order. Is this they know how to do it right, as
But
your
I
birthright.
will be the heir.
If you choose to be,
Wow.
your younger brother could take it now.
My younger brother.
You've been gone for some time. Your father's been busy.
We'll see.
Your bloodline is peculiar, as not only did he have another.
You are part of the bloodline. Do you realize?
I am, but for some reason your father's is more potent, as twins seem to run amok in his family.
Yes.
He is my brother. I have 3 children, but none twins. Father seems to just be fortunate or unfortunate to. One's never enough. Let's put it that way.
Very true. Okay, well. Should be an interesting journey back home then.
Yes, it will be.
I hope you fill me in before we get there, so I have an idea of what's going on.
Well, I'm going there myself to
Well,
investigate as well.
Yes, but you're going to tell me about what's going on the journey to there?
I can, yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something to worry about?
Lady Gracie seems to think so.
Is it something to do with grandfather and
She wants me to play.
Lord Pius?
No, that I've already sent. Well, you met them before. They helped you train. They are already at Pius Woods, and I haven't heard word from them yet. So, no word is good news.
All right. Well, should be a nice family reunion then.
Yes, get to meet your younger brother and
Yes.
younger sister.
Holy crap.
Yes, I guess there is a lot I could fill you in on, but your surprise on your face is... it's enjoyable.
Wow. Wow.
Well, rest up.
Sal, can I have my armor, please?
Sounds like looking at her. It's like, should I have been listening?
That's fine.
Okay. There it is. It's all there.
Thank
It's nice, polished, and the new notch is on there.
Fantastic job as usual.
And then Dante mentions that he will. He knows that you're going to see Lady Gracie, and he will mention that whatever she tells you is for you to keep to yourself. You do not need to share with him if you don't feel the need to. He says he's already been given his kind of instructions on what he needs to do.
Before you leave, Uncle,
Mm-hmm.
just to clarify, your allegiance is to the Quiver.
Correct.
Why did you give up on the order? When did you give up on the order? I don't really remember you from my childhood, I'll be honest.
We'll talk about that after we're done what we need to be done.
Fine.
I'm sorry for the cryptic. It's similar to your father. I do not like it, but
It's just been a wonderful night.
I have been given my orders on what I can and cannot tell you.
Never dull moment
All right.
until journey ends.
It's for your own good, and don't worry about Vincent. He's a
No.
pup himself.
I'm gonna
Don't
mention-
tell him I said
I'm
that.
gonna mention that to him.
You do, I will leave you at your hometown for your father.
Oof. Wow, at least I have my mother.
She is still in good health
Good.
and misses you.
Well, she should.
Oh.
Let us.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go back to my.
Okay. So,
Some heavy shit.
I know where to find some booze
Oh, where?
in the mess.
I heard that. He doesn't say that. Anyways, so for the sake of time, you guys have all sped up. You spent the day doing your potions. You've been tinking and working, Iron Man in it right crazy. Rakell,
Kind of
yes.
just casual drinking while practicing some.
Your not lady friend, but the Lady Goliath that you've all seen
Yeah.
there with the tiger stripe thing. You see her one time, like as you're about to leave the room from your nap. You don't know if it's on purpose or whatever, but she has left like a 2 casks of ale right beside the room,
Yes.
either to keep you guys in there or just to like make sure shit doesn't get out of hand up in the main hall. But for the sake of time,
Shit up down there.
you guys have for the sake of time, the day has passed by. Any little things you wanted to do, just let me know after the stream. We'll get to that. As the night grows closer, tonight is a special night, as the sky itself is like lit up more than it's ever been that you've ever seen. The stars seem to be more brighter as Vincent has come down to say it is time. You all must go. You've all been eating through the day, had a few drinks. Not a lot, but you've had some. People have been keeping an eye on you.
They're like watering down.
Yeah, you don't know what this ale is. It tastes alright, but you just don't seem to be getting drunk. For the sake, your tolerance is built up. For the sake of time, yes, you guys have been brought across the city of Aberth. As you can see, the flowering market's all still up. It's a lot more quieter. It's not as bustling. People are kind of still indoors, either it being from the lockdown that just happened previous, or if it's some part of ceremonial, you can hear like slight hums coming through. Not like the horns, but there's just this hum in the air. As walking to the tower, the Quiver's fortress. The sky is lit up. There's vibrant lights just covering the sky. The 3 moons are all kind of lining up, like they are lined up. There is a glow coming from the tower of this, a bright kind of reddish color coming from it, and then as it kind of pulls to the sky, it's almost like going into blues and yellows, like flames almost. Some arcane energy is felt in the air. even if you try to question Vincent, he just keeps looking at you guys, being shh, shh. Gets you across the bridge, brings you to the oak tree. You guys take the path down under. He brings you back through those corridors in the underground of the stone there into that blue room where there is the well kind of in the middle of the room. Some stone you can see with some like writing engraved into the walls as you come across. Vincent gets you to here and says that we will wait for Lady Abrith to
Gracie.
come. Lady Gracie. Well, I don't know why I'm doing that.
I don't know why you keep saying
Well, with the Sisters of the Serpentine there. And
Serpentine sisters.
my dyslexia is kicked in like mad tonight.
Sisters of the Serpents.
Yes, it's the Sisters of the Serpent.
You had me fucked right up.
Yeah, I thought
Serpentine Sisters.
Said it wrong once, and
Sisters.
then everyone called it the Serpentine
Yeah, it
sisters.
went around. I was like, okay, I gotta remember what this
Yeah.
name is. I have it here, but I gotta remember. All right. Some time goes by. Vincent is still standing in the room with you guys. It takes a few moments. Almost getting a little impatient, just because you guys have been down here for so long. I'm just waiting for this to...
You just see my helmet just.
Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, Graf is looking pretty cool.
What's going on there, Graf?
You like it?
Can you not talk with it down?
I can. I just like to do that.
Do it like really fast.
Do what real fast? It's doing it right now. Just. Whoa.
They're trying to like poke you as it's going in between.
Careful.
Does Rakell
Cut
still
your
look
finger off.
rough?
He has a few bruises on him, but
Hey, Rakell, try this out for size. I'm gonna give him my infused like cure wounds potion. Just drink it.
In your eyes. Ah, it's in my eyes.
I apologize, you
I
viewing
don't
at
know
home.
how
I'm trying
that
to find
works
something.
or like how visually it will go, but cure wounds has not been cast on you.
Mm-hmm. He looks a little bruised up. He doesn't look like he's like bleeding out or
I don't care if
anything,
he
yeah.
was hurt at all or anything. I just wanted to show that I can do that.
Are you showing up?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, he's talking about his new.
Oh,
If we're showing
Wow.
off,
Watch
I want-
this.
What is it?
what'd you do?
what is that?
Healing potion.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. It's impressive. Want to see what I can do?
Yes.
I'm doing it.
Do it again.
I missed it.
Wait for it. You probably smell it now.
Is that how you want to play this?
I was just saying that you watch all of a sudden on my feet these like almost like spider legs just like shoot out from my boots, and these look like these sharp points, like it's like 4 arms that just kind of pop out, and I just like stick it onto the wall, and you see like the like patones almost, and
Yeah.
just jam into the wall, and I put the other one up, and I just start walking up the wall.
You think that Lady Gracie is going to mind that you're destroying this wall?
Good point.
I mean, that is wicked cool, though.
Wicked cool.
I'll fix the wall. Just walk back down. Just like,
What else can...
I'm gonna try and run up the wall like you did.
Oh,
Just,
yeah?
Using the holes that he made in the wall.
Okay, yeah, as you guys are showing off your new abilities.
Mine's just farting.
All right.
How about this one? I cast Unseen Servant. I have a little like ghost that pops up.
We can't see
you can't see it.
it. Unseen.
You,
And then you guys are just gonna look at me.
you just didn't do anything. That's
Cool.
pretty cool, Zuck.
Is that like my farting trick? Do I smell...
I'm gonna go push Kane. And it's gonna
So you
just go
feel a
push
nudge
you.
from the unseen servant.
Oh! Wow.
Nothing major, super small.
At that moment,
You
you
probably killed it. You killed it.
you hear
Yeah,
a
it was
slight growl kind of coming through the chamber as there's 4 ways into this room. You hear growls coming from the main room. The last time you saw the orc.
Pull my shield out right here.
I'm gonna
Vincent
check to make
maybe
sure
is
it's
like-
not Tim. Nope.
At that moment, you see large 2 king shepherds come through the hallway.
King Shepherds, what the fuck's a king?
One is black and one is white. King Shepherd is like a German Shepherd dog, just a very large version. But this is this is a bigger version of a king. They're almost like a
giant-
dire wolf, pretty much,
okay.
coming through as they kind of break off and around and sit at the corners. The next band fall through is this large tree trunk of a man comes walking through with fur collar. He has just this mustache that goes down in handlebars and mohawk that goes up. Has a big scar down his one side, and you can see him carrying an axe in a belt as he's walking through. Big, large boots to it. You can see some of the hairy legs to him. Has this like furred armor, pretty much. Kind of walk in and takes a look around and is like just towering over. You're pretty much looking him eye to eye. Towers, and Vincent's just like, Gus. He's like, Vincent. Kind of goes off to the side and then gives a quick little whistle. And then he's like, Alpha, Omega. And then the two shepherds come back over to him and sit. And then you can just see the silhouette of this small female figure come walking towards you guys. The blonde hair up into a bun with a small little crown going through. Her bangs come down to her side. The pale, almost porcelain-looking face. The red dress to her, very ceremonial-looking with gold trim going around it. Goes up, covers her neck, exposes a little bit of her chest. Has a gem in the middle of the neck piece that goes around, as well as this chain that just looks very silverish gold, and just depending on how you look at it, goes down into what looks like to be two dragon mouths on this little eye.
I bow down as she approaches.
Yeah.
Everyone does. As you guys do that, Vincent realizes he's a little late to it, and he bows down too. Now realizing that Lady Gracie is not only just the Oracle, she is also the leader of the city of Aberth. The dress goes all the way down. You can see a few buttons kind of going through. She has her hands clasped like this. Looks at you all and
Will we know
please,
how to
please.
address her? Would it be your grace or your lord, or would it be something like that? Will we know that?
You can call me Gracie Graf.
Gracie.
I apologize for last time you met me. And as she's looking at you now, like you've seen her before, she has the real crystal blue eye and the one yellow eye. But instead of the whites to her eyes now, it is all stars. And it looks like constellations in her stars that are just constantly moving. And she's, I apologize for the last time we met. I was very impatient and very childish. But I have learned since then. I've been enlightened. I'm so glad you all could come. And I'm sorry for the things that have transpired. Vincent tells me, Kane, you are very upset. But it is for a reason he hides information from you. It's for your safety and your concern. I know you are all capable warriors. Even you, Zuck. She has about a foot on you, but she is human and looks down at you and smiles. Very warm presence to her now. Like, you've seen her before, she looked a little irritated, but now she's just very welcoming. I apologize, Graf and Zook, for the adventure that you must complete for us. You're getting turned... I'm bringing you into some controversy between a family and friend. And I hope you've made your strong attachments to your new companions here, Rakell and Kane.
They're alright.
Not too shabby.
Please, look after them.
Dicks.
Well, this...
We usually have to.
that is good. Keep them out of trouble, please.
It's very difficult.
For what I'm about to ask of them is... it is troubling, but it needs to be done. And as long as you're there to keep them on the straight and narrow and make sure that they do not take their aggression out on one another.
I believe I can do that.
So I'm kind of picturing you guys kind of all surrounding this well now, and Vincent's kind of standing off to the side.
I
As
look
she-
back at Graf. Was perfect because of hangover cure.
That's a great idea.
Yes, I've seen them. They get into trouble with the Azer's Piss. With my newfound abilities,
Gets around, eh?
I'm able to see now. Even during the ceremony, I could see the chaos that happened the night before, and I was not even there, but I see it clear as day now. And this power of the Oracle, I understand why he was so cryptic with me and hiding things from me. This is a strange ability. But Rakell and Kane, I know you have been childhood friends for some time. Am I wrong to say this?
No.
No, of course.
Exactly. Cain was so worried about you when he was growing up, Rakell, that he even left his order to come find you.
You never told me this.
He's
He's not mean to be told.
He's too proud to admit it, but he really likes
That's
you.
Cain.
That is Cain. He does. He cares for you.
Ah, yes.
He's very different from his
A
father.
whole town on lockdown
cute.
for just me.
I know. It was so... It was very... if my heart could grow any more, it would, but it's...
I
my
still
chest
wouldn't be,
would explode.
wouldn't be half the size of Cain's.
He has a hard shell, but inside he is... I like Vincent's term for you guys, the pups.
We're hounds.
I think it's.
He is, but he hasn't told you his new name for you.
No,
And Vincent immediately is like, don't you do... His next title for you is Warhounds.
Boy.
Vincent's like...
Is the
growls.
Warhounds allowed to do stuff? Or?
See, no. This is exactly it, Cain. He hides, he protects you. And he's never done this with other people. Gus is my watcher. He's watched over me for some time. He has even taken his life debt to me. He is my watcher for life. Even though I hate him. But he's my watcher. Gus. Sorry for all this. I'm just this new talent and power is just interesting. I'm still young at heart and still learning. But what I ask of you is troubling. I know you would like to do the blood right through your family, correct?
Yes.
And I sense in you. I sense the fierce and the feral and the running through the woods, naked as the day is long. Even though you dress quite nice and nobly, and Sel has told me, and I've seen the new notches on your uniform, but there is something I need to ask of you while you do your blood right at your family.
And that is?
Rakell, I see you smile, and it is welcoming, but Cain's family has taken something from your monastery quite some time ago.
Hmm?
To make the blood more potent and to make them more ravaged and more capable and more in tune with the lichens. This relic has been used to amplify the power that is bestowed upon them. This relic is also shouldn't have been to the monastery from what I can gather and from what I've seen. His family is the reason your monastery is closed now. It is not because of the new people coming and going. The monastery is very nice to open it up to the public, but unfortunately, because they opened it up, the order knew of the relic they held. And the relic they probably hid from you as well, but this relic could be dangerous. But also, it could be salvation. It could recharge the places of power. Now, I need you. I'm sorry, Cain. I know you're impatient and I talk riddles, but it's these eyes. Look at this.
It's with my family. That's a good thing.
I understand. It is, but they have been corrupted by this said relic. They will not admit it. It might be different. I know you've been away for some time. They might act strangely towards you, or they might just be more stern, more strict, and more secluded from other people now. So you are in to this place. Your uncle would go, but your father already has suspicions that he is going to be there for other reasons. Gus, give me the container. And Gus, and then he kind of walks down another hallway. So what I ask of you is several things. If you'd like to stay connected with the family or try to persuade them to maybe give the relic over or share it with us so we can help other places of power. I have foreseen different outcomes where this might be bad for you or even Rakell or all of you. Now, the Quiver is not one for, how do they say it in the streets, they're backdoor shenanigans. I have a device that was gifted to us. We did not know what it was until you all were at Pious Lake and explained what you saw. This item can harness the power of the relic. Now, like I said, if you just take it, or if they give it to you, that is excellent. That will cause no turmoil. But now if they decide not to, or if you bring it up too quickly, I'm afraid they will deny it or hide it from you, or worse yet, throw you to their dungeons. And their dungeons are not nice. I've seen them. I hope for you as a child was not showing those images. The device, when activated, it harnesses some of the power from Relic, as well as some of the blood that your family uses to pass on their right. This combined together would make a recharger or battery that could bring life back to places of power. And it would be a great item that we could use to maybe even help Dullenheim or even ourselves. As I don't mean to panic you, but we've already felt the loss of this place of power here. It has begun to dwindle. And us being the Quiver and the adventurers of the land, we will not be selfish and use it to power us up first, but we will look for those in need, and Dullenheim seems to be the target. There's been numerous reports, and something is blocking my vision from getting there, but I believe they are in dire need. Now, when activating this device, it does cause a bit of racket, so it would take some doing and creativity from you two, from all of you, to make sure that you do not get caught doing this deed that we request of you. Now, if this is too much for you, please, by all means, you can ignore it, but keep it information to yourself when you go to your families to do your ritual.
How's my mother?
Your mother is quite well. She's happy.
Corrupted.
From what I gather, she seems pure, and nothing has gotten to her. Once you are there, I'm going to give you something, Kane. Sorry, I see so many faces all at once. It is very distracting. I will give you a device to sleep with, and I will... I do not mean to pry, but I could communicate in your dreams with you. With this new power, I can enter one's dreams, and we can have conversations there where no one else can hear, as long as they are unaware of what's with the magic I am using. Your mother is fine. She does have concerns for you. Your uncle, he plays tough, but he has kept your secret safe, and they still believe you are gone. They do not know you're here, regardless of what your uncle may have told you.
What's going to happen to my family?
Hopefully, by doing this, it will erase the corruption. It will bring them back to normal.
What happens if it doesn't?
If it doesn't, then you will...
Can you not see what's going to happen?
This is new. I've just been given this gift, and the Oracle was preparing me for what I need to get accomplished, and I've seen many outcomes already, as I've already tested this power. And if they do not relinquish the relic, I just feel that they will become an abomination. There is something else that is there that is hidden and forgotten, and it is blocked. This vision is not all-knowing and all-seeing. It is just seeing several outcomes of what may happen or may not happen. There is something out there that is blocking us, and like the Oracle said before, the only time we were able to see most of Aberth was when you were at Pious Lakes and activated whatever it was you activated.
It doesn't sound safe to go and do my blood rite with my family being corrupted.
You will be protected. The blood rite will not corrupt you. It is staying there and working with the Order. Not to say that all the Order is corrupt, but at the heart, I'm sorry to say, your father seems to be the most corrupt.
No, maybe.
Since it was him and his personal guard that went and stole the relic themselves.
What drove them to do such a thing?
That is...
My father was always strict, but he was not
very
a
strict.
fool.
He was not a fool, but he always craved more. He always wanted people to more. That's why he pushed you so much. And it was a healthy trait to have at first.
My grandfather
But
let
something
him
had
do
took...
this?
Your grandfather, after the Pious incident, he
was changed. He did destroy the vampire. I can guarantee you that. But something changed with him, and your father wanted to heal him or help him out more, or just take the burden away from him before he passed, and that's what led him on this path.
You're sending me into a lion's den.
That I
Or,
am.
for lack of a better term.
And from
a
what
wolf's
Vincent
den.
tells me is you are the best to go in there.
Now tell them why you won't send higher level adventurers to go with them.
That I was hoping we would not speak of, Vincent.
Wait, are we not high level adventures?
Share some
Highly experienced adventurers
share
from the
some
Quiver have been hunted lately.
hunting.
For the last 3 months,
By
most
what?
we are unaware. Some believe it is demons come up from the 9 hells to take them back into the abyss. Some say it is something that we did in the past that has rippled out and echoed and brought us enemies. Some say it is the mage hunters of the Iron Reach. But above all else, the reason why we are so concerned, and with the powers being depleted, there is something out there that is a threat, and we need to be ready, and to have a source of power to team up with another alliance could make us stronger to fight and protect.
I will. Parched. I like it.
Oh yeah, that voice kills.
I'll do what you ask, Lady Grace. As
She's the
much power.
first time
as
you
I
see her
can.
trying to keep composure and being so proper, she like lights up like a kid. Like she is young. Looking at her, she is a young and like still in her teens, pretty much.
I'm sure you can probably tell what I'm about to ask, but
I want to hear it anyways.
I'll do it on one condition.
What is that?
If you can send aid after we retrieve the relic, which we are going to do, without
We
a
will.
doubt, to cleanse them of
At
the
the
corruption.
The corruption itself, we believe, taking out of the land, or just siphoning the energy from both of them, we believe will capture the corruption in there, or if it does not,
Just as a
at the
failsafe, please.
at the Farmer's Folk,
Which is the fork road that breaks off down to his monastery, your town, and then the mining town of Slate.
they will be waiting there for you. And they will be our best, most stealthiest, and also our most holiest clerics to help anything that needs to happen.
Do we have an oh shit button?
I believe
No.
we call Zuck. I
Just
believe
kidding.
that's Zuck.
That is you.
Just kind of juggling.
At this moment,
Whoa.
Gus comes walking in with this large rectangular container.
This is no easy task.
Sorry, what was the farmer's what? Sorry.
Farmer's Fork. It is about a half day's travel from the city once you get into the valley of.
Oh boy.
This is, this
But
is
no,
not
no.
how
Once
I
you-
expected our trip home to
Once
go.
no. Once you get there, you will you can do your blood right and just make it that you're there to help them. You do not have to pledge allegiance. You can say that you're still with the Quiver. They just you're still with the Quiver. And they respect that order as long as you just show up. But you can do it there, and I just figured this would be the best in case, because if we sent our full forces there, we do not want to start a
No,
war within
I-
Aberth.
I understand. I
Excellent.
think it might be in the best interest to at least get word to my mother that I'm returning to home.
We can have Vince or Dante ride ahead.
And I'll be going with them too as well.
No, Vincent, you're staying here.
And you see him about to get like fucking like his hands hit the well, and like grip the brick like hard, and he's like, and she's just like, no, Vincent,
I look at
we have much more to discuss.
Look at Vincent, and I gotta say that catchphrase again. You're gonna have to let us fly at some point, Vincent.
Tag on her, look at him. We're the warhounds now.
And I look at the rest of the group and I say, "This is."
Vincent actually after that little comment walks away, up in a puff. He's pissed.
While he's walking away, I'll just say, "Strength for the weak."
Wait. Let me. Justice for the fallen.
Honor through action.
That's it.
No! Vincent stops, turns, and a smile creeps up the side of his face. And then he kind of bows his head and keeps going. Now, the contraption that, before you speak up, the contraption that Gus has brought in doesn't look like, but it is about the size of a chest, but it's tilted upwards. And it looks almost like a carry-on because it's got a handle to it.
Okay.
It should look familiar to some of you, as you can see the little divots and little triangles going down the side of it, as it looks very, it is steel or some type of metal that is shiny, and it looks very similar to the architect of what you guys have seen in Pious Lake. If you guys don't remember it, whatever. All right. She shows you it, and then Gus looks at it and kind of holds it out. And it is big. Like, it looks like it will be a little bit of a burden to carry. But Gracie's like, until power has been into it, and we believe that this contraption can hold more than just one power source. So if you by chance happen to find more, it will expand more. But Gus, the thing there, the button, you see him kind of press it, and it all folds down like super quick. Very, you've never seen clockwork this smooth before. It doesn't even make a sound. Just then it becomes like a rectangle plate.
That's incredible.
And it still has like the handle off to it. Now
That's
once the power has been into it,
in your
it has to stay expanded. And I'm not too sure how much weight it will burden you with, but you may need to carry it with 2 people. But it will be something that.
Don't worry, I got it.
I love
How does it work?
That is a great question. Graf, please stand close to the item.
Sure. I'm going to walk up to it.
As soon as you walk up to it, you haven't seen it light up at all, but all of a sudden it just starts glowing a bit. And it kind of expands a bit, and it's still staying kind of a smaller cube style now. But just like, if you mind pressing that button there.
Sure. Press the button.
And you find it. You can see on top of it there is 3 kind of buttons along the top that get to the handle. There's a smaller one, bigger one, and then another smaller one. Press the smaller one. It's expanded now to the size of the chest again, but the shell to it all comes down, and you can just see this like small vortex in the middle, just spinning with this bright light in the middle. And you can see actually the pool that you guys are standing by that gives off that blue aura and the starlight thing. You can see a bit of the pool, like arcane energy getting pulled and like getting siphoned into it. A moment or 2 passes as like everyone's kind of looking at him, and Gus is like, and then it kind of all shuts again. Now, sorry, at that moment too, you'd also hear it give off like a hum, like a vroom, and kind of just echoes through the chambers. As the energy kind of goes into it, it sounds like it gets increasingly loud, and then all of a sudden, as soon as that energy hits, you can just, not violently, but it just kind of unravels, and the pool energy goes back in, and then the thing just closes again. And then Gracie's like, that, as you can see, it is not the power that is meant to be contained in this thing, so it is not compatible. If you ever do find any magical items or relics on your adventure, you can always see if it could drain some power from it or siphon to hold a charge, and then we can put it to the place of power and hopefully bring it back.
Interesting.
It's gonna be a rough ride.
So we signed
No,
up
we've brought you horses and a wagon, so it shouldn't be too rough.
A wagon.
And ale for you,
Oh.
Rakell.
Perhaps I'll
course.
leave Ace here and I'll ride in the wagon then.
You still have your steeds, which are kept. It's always nice. There's too many adventurers out there who forget their steeds or get them killed, and it makes me sad.
We must get a sign. Rakell and the Dirties on the road again.
I wouldn't advertise just quite yet. You are going to have an item of great importance, and do not, please. I know some of you
We're not
get a
taking
little
the name.
loose-lipped, but to keep this is, you said before that you guys were the secrets and the Black Ops kind of style. That is what you are.
Perhaps we should don a disguise.
If you, confusing, but this whole day has been.
Travel as the entertainers.
My brain hurts.
Do not put on a disguise. He is a rightful order member, so he
Just so
has can get into this town without compromise.
Just so you know, Lady Gracie,
Yes.
I do plan on taking over the order at some point in my life.
That is excellent. With you
I
being...
am the rightful heir.
You are. As long as nothing happens to you and your younger brother, because he would be next in line. But if the Order and the Quiver could once again be united, it would be an excellent alliance, a very trustworthy one, especially having you at the head. I could see it. I can. There are possibilities and decisions that could be made that would lead to that path.
I will do everything in my power to ensure that this is the way.
I'm so enthralled and excited.
I give her a bow and turn and
Is
flustered and walk away.
oh, okay. Bye.
It's a lot for him to take in. He'll be
It
okay.
is. I feel bad for asking. Rakell, you are his bestest friend. Please, please, keep his mind intact. Do not let sanity break him.
Oh.
And if something seems off, please, please, just look out for him.
We'll all
Oh,
look
he'll
out
be
for him.
fine. He has
These are all
us.
so- I like it. Egos aside, you all look out for each other, and that is just excellent to see. It is what the Quiver wants.
The warhounds are on their way.
This is just excellent. Is there any questions before you leave? I can try to help my best.
I have a question.
Of course you do, Zuck. Your curiosity is amazing.
Do you know if I have any family relation with the Doctors of the Arcane?
You do. Your father was here already today. I mean, yesterday. Sorry.
Yeah, yes.
No, all the days seem like once. This is just an interesting power. Yes. He was the one who actually put you onto your next path.
I had no idea it was actually him.
You never said anything about your father being here.
I did not know it was him. I just thought it was a general
We did ask.
son.
We did ask.
Well.
We did ask for the Doctors of the Arcane to come and assist. It was just we weren't expecting for a relative of yours to show up. I know you've asked about him before. Helmy does know of him, but being a Doctors of the Arcane, you must give up identity.
Oh.
Suck.
Interesting.
But I know he still cares for you. I've seen it
Thank you.
and felt it.
That's
Thank you.
incredible.
What's your identity?
I don't know.
Deep. Put the mask.
She smiles, and talking to her is very.
No one cares.
It's a weird feeling. It's very hopeful and yeah. Sorry, it's very settling. After everything you've been through, anything, it just feels like she knows what. I don't know. Just to get that emotion across, and
No,
she's
you portrayed
very
it pretty
warming.
well.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay. Well.
Thank you.
Please don't forget the device.
I push the button to make it.
Yeah, sure. We'll use that. Yeah, you push it down, it goes through. She looks at you, Graf, and she's like, the only reason I believe that it works with you is you were the one who pressed the button in the Pious Lake,
Yeah.
and that activated this. Don't worry, we remember everything that you've talked about. And we are still worried about the other things that you've seen, but we hopefully that does not pose threat on us anymore.
I would hope so as well.
You guys have a Oh God.
Yeah, just
I
don't
hope
look at
you have a very restful sleep. And have you left yet, Rakell?
Yeah, probably went after.
Okay,
Kane.
went after.
It's just us two.
With you two, I have seen that I've given Kane something, but I just need your permission. If at she
can
gave
talk
you
to
that
her in
little
her
amulet.
dreams.
I didn't even describe it, but she gave you an item to carry with you when you go to sleep, and then when you're there,
yes, you said
you're
that,
going
yeah,
to think.
yeah.
I'll give you a description of that
Yeah,
later.
cool.
She's in
If
your mind
you
now.
are
That's what
accepting, I can do this without your permission, but I am by strict code that I will not. If I need to get in touch with you, would you be alarmed if I was about to say invade, but that's so very true. If I met up with you in your dreams,
That'd be quite alright with me.
That'd be okay
Okay.
with me as well.
it's for Kane's protection that I gave him that item. And once again, I know I've said this to you before, telling them what their path was, but I sense that they will need you, both of you. Your Artificer ways are a very helpful and
What
excellent.
exactly are we dealing with here with Kane's family?
juicy.
I don't
It
really
is
know
juicy.
much about him, and now there's all this talk about
Do a
his-
persuasion check.
Cocked?
Yes.
Yeah.
All depends on how high the roll is.
That's
I'd say
flat.
Not flat.
That's
It's flat.
It's sitting between both edges.
Yeah, that's true.
12.
12.
I believe someone in the family slayed a great demon at one point, but the demon imprinted something onto him or her that has been tracking them down, and I believe it has found them. I've seen visions in my dreams of a large wolf covered in blood, a maw that stretches from ear to ear and covers the entirety of their face. I did not want to say this to Cain himself, for him wanting to take the path of the wolf, I believe that would persuade him from the path that I see him on at this moment. Sorry, I have to be very careful in what I say, not to affect people's decisions or give them false hope. False hope is dangerous, but hope is also great. It is what made Aberth so great.
Yes, I hope he does not eat us.
I don't see that happening. He should be fine. It is only until you spend longer amounts bathing in the Crimson Rite that it will corrupt you. So him doing it once should be fine.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Cain ain't no bitch.
All right.
Let's
So-
go off.
You guys leave in the morning. Real quick, is there anything? I'm sorry. I just got excited. I got late pretty early. I didn't have to look at the script once. All right, cool. That's the only paperwork I had in front of me for that whole section.
Love
All right, okay. Anything you guys need in Aberth before you head out? Because you guys are about to get your pants blown right the fuck off right now.
Nope.
All right, any potions, anything like that?
Probably.
Potions?
I need.
I'll
need
say
some vials.
for everything you've done in the house, even causing
Yeah,
the whole
okay,
city
potions,
lockdown.
sorry.
You're going to
No, we
get
don't
you can make potions. You good without it, or you want it?
I'll take a couple.
Because
Yeah,
I
take
got a couple more
potions.
minutes here. I want to get something
Okay,
done
can I
here.
get a potion?
Yeah, sure. You
How
want a
many?
potion? You know what? You get 2 healing potions on the house.
Gee.
All of you, 2 healing potions on the house.
Okay. I just want to.
Because you quoted the Quiver's motto. That's the
That
only
was
reason
really
I did.
nice, Greg.
That was awesome. That was good. I fist pound.
I want to. Real
Made
quick.
Vincent happy.
Hey guys. I made this little elixir with Ratley. Should help us on our adventure here. There's one for each of you. Just gonna pass a vial out.
What is it?
What is it?
If you drink this, it'll give you resistance to my poison gas that I can create.
Oh.
Poison resistance?
Useful.
After you
eat chili.
Yes, and also to Rakell's rum thoughts.
All right. Okay. So you guys got those. Armor, anything you guys want to say bye
How
to?
dare you.
Anybody say hi to you? Everyone kind of sees you off.
That's it.
Vincent would be
I just want to check on Rufus.
kind of quiet. Rufus is outside of the town in the training pens, remember?
Yes. Okay, on the way up.
Ratley,
He'll be back on the way in.
That's
You can
fine.
see him.
any cool things I could find where we're going that I could use?
If
Ingredients?
you can get me some blood out of the Crimson Pool that I hear that they have at the order, that would be sensational. But
Corrupted. So I wouldn't do that.
You get this. Sorry, to sense that it's the blood itself's not corrupted, just the aura that's there. So when you're doing your rite, actually, you know what? We'll leave it up to your interpretation.
Nice.
Never mind. Sorry, I was about to.
No, that's good.
It's hard. It's hard to think sometimes. It's hard what you want to tell your players and what not to. Okay, so hold on to your butts, guys. All right, cool. You guys met Dante on the outside of the city. You guys all gather up on your horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it is just Vincent, or sorry, Dante. You guys, you taking Ace with you, or are you leaving him? You got a
No.
a wagon. It has a 2 wheels on it, pulled by at least 1 horse. It's very light. It kind of has a makeshift kind of canopy on it over top of it.
I'll ride in the
Very
wagon
Western
with
kind of style.
I'll drive it.
Supplies are in there for it because there is a few rations. Because supplies, it is about a 6-day travel. Upon realizing that it is the 6-day travel to kind of get there with as long as you have no interruptions, you guys, well, you might make it back for the departure. Who knows? All right.
I would have went and found somewhere to pick up a new pipe because Philo still has.
I was
one.
curious about that last game. I was like,
Yeah.
you didn't ask for pipe
Yeah.
name and had a whole
I
bunch.
had it written down.
I was about to
somewhere.
have a scene where he like flips open it. Never mind. You don't know. You don't know. No idea. Okay, so
This is my hat.
Woo!
Crafted Diluvian.
hold on here, Paul. Stay awake back there. All right. Just a second. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, done. We're gonna do this. All right, gonna do this. So you guys are on your horses and you travel everything. One day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days go by, 4 days go by, 5 days go by. Everybody camps. Nothing ever happens. It's all really good. Cool. You're about like a day out now. All right. Cool. All right. You're a day out. All right.
It's a long trip.
You all went real fast. All right. Cool. All right. You guys all lay down to take your night's watch. All right. Cool. Awesome. Skies these days. The moons are all kind of shifting out.
Do they know that we're my order's werewolves? They don't know that, do
Are you going to tell them that on the travels?
Well, no, no one's ever asked.
All right. Has anybody asked?
Just asking
There's
if
nothing
they've
for
ever
us to
heard
really
it.
assume.
I don't.
The only thing they would have heard, well, I don't know if.
From what Lady Gracie
sorry,
said, I don't
the
know
Order
what
of the
I
Claw,
perceived.
being an Aberth, you'd know that the Order of the Claw, it is a name that rings out. They are, you're not too sure what they do, but you know that they don't like fiends or or fiends, demons, and other such. They're hunting fae, and they're just known for hunting the extreme kind of not monstrosities, because they don't hunt monstrosities. I don't know. Roll history checks really quick, or religion checks, one of the two.
I just wanted to clarify before
Mhm.
we get into this.
17.
17? No. You sense that there's like, all right, these guys might be like, you don't know if
Yeah,
they hunt
they have something to
werewolves
do
or
with
if they
wolves.
are
See what
werewolves,
you
but they
say.
do have
Wear a
a
lot of
kin to
black.
kind of
Yeah.
they find a way to relate to their enemies and use that against them. Let's put it that way. All right, cool. So you guys are all, sleeping there and whatever like that, and it's the middle of the night, and all of a sudden you guys wake up and Dante's gone.
Kane? Where's Dante?
While we're about to day out, I assume he's going ahead to inform my mother that I'm coming. I told him to.
Oh, okay.
That's
Awesome.
my assumption.
Works for me.
I like to just investigate quickly after I say that.
Take a
See
look
if I can
around.
see if there's any struggles or what's
Okay.
going on.
I want to take a look around as well.
Yeah, sure, you guys all take a look around.
Okay.
All right, cool.
One.
I'll get
What
the,
investigation?
Yeah.
or-
Mhm.
I'm preparing the horses again for the.
Okay, I'd like you guys all
18.
just roll perceptions for me too. Not you, Zuck, you've already done it because you've been looking around.
I did as well.
Yeah, I know you did.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I'm 5.
Awesome, cool. As you're like looking around and everything like that, Graf and Zuck are gone.
I kind
What'd
of
you get?
panic a little bit, but
A 10.
10, excellent. You're gone now too. All you guys saw was black and then you're gone.
Can we talk?
You take a quick glance around and you sense, Vincent's or Dante's horse is gone. You look around real quick and you can see these. You just catch your companions as they've been a bag over their head, pulled tight, and now they're getting thrown into a wagon, getting pulled away. The only thing you're not really alarmed, I assume, you're ready on the par, but you recognize the armament of everyone that has been taken. Two individuals ride up on. Yeah, they'd ride up on you because they got horses. And you look, the one, first of all black leather, very similar to yours, all pulled tight, shoulder pads with like tiny little spikes on them and like these red leather mitts that almost look like claws. The one girl who's standing there has a half-shaved head and then the hair swooped over this way, and her eyes are just yellow and there's a big smile on her face. The other one looks almost identical to it, except she is like huge and her horse is like a big workhorse there. Come, brother. It's time.
Did they knock
quite
us
the entrance.
Put bags over heads.
Did we
because
get
there isn't
knocked
a
out?
way.
Just by you guys looking around, you couldn't see them come up on you, and I
Oh, okay.
rolled, and every one of them was above 18, and plus their modifiers, they were able to get you, narratively, sorry. And then all of a sudden, pulled you guys away. You guys are gone. They're like, it is time.
Is this how you always welcome your guests now?
No, just family. Cha! And then you see them take off on their horses.
I jump on Wing Jeb and
I love it.
follow.
Okay. Just for the sake of time, they ask you as you get to the Farmer's Fork. They're like, "Well, Robin, it's time for you to don your hood as well."
Robin.
They like put over the hood, and are you fighting it?
We don't hear it.
No.
Though, so.
Okay, cool. So what seems like some hours go by traveling, and you can see a little bit of the light as it's light. You guys can see it, but you feel you're like a wagon kind of jostling. You guys are getting thrown around. for the sake of narrative, you're not going to fight back and whatever like that. All of a sudden, you guys get put. This lady in long black hair with this tiny little gemstone here, and then pulled around to this silver necklace or head thing. Long black hair, very pale. Smells. You guys awaken seeing her sitting there. She's wearing a black dress with a roughly almost like feathers on her shoulder, black feathers, long black dress. Very attractive.
Younger,
older female.
What's your mom?
You'd recognize her.
Yeah.
She's like, "Evening, Rakell."
Oh yes. Lorna, and I bow. Lady, no, sorry.
You remember? It's alright. You need to address me as a title. I've heard you've been looking after my son.
He looks after himself mostly. I'm just there for the keep his life spicy.
That is good. That is good. I'm sorry for what must transpire right now, but I'm going to test my son's friendship towards you. As all your hoods are put off, you're sitting on a stone kind of platform kind of style, but you can see you're looking into a room that is all this dark stone. There is a bear head made of stone that looks over this pool in the middle. There's a wolf head the wolf head's predominantly in the middle, like almost looking at you guys. There is a tiger head coming out of this side, and their mouths are all, and these statues are like huge, like they're all looking into this pit. Not pit, but then you see this like big bowl just filled with liquid. As you can see someone, a smaller person, not smaller person, but it almost looks like a child, just about into his early teens, is pushing someone's head into the liquid that's there, and the only liquid that's coming out is out of the wolf's head that is pouring into this pool. You can see them as he's putting this person's head into the pool. Then Lorna, Rakell, this is just for my son's own good, and I apologize. She kind of backs up and goes out this door. Then you realize how smooth this platforms you're on, and then all of a sudden it just kind of goes fuck, and you guys slide, like almost slide down at the base of this pool. Getting a better look at this person who keeps getting his head bathed in the water, then pulled out by this like kid, pretty much is like manhandling. And as the second breath of air comes through, and then like gets pushed back under again, comes back up, and you recognize that it's King. Sorry, we're doing this all narratively.
No, it's okay.
So, I hear you're my brother. As you're like gasping.
I guess we are.
Prove it. Change. You're starting to feel like with every breath you're taking of this liquid, breathing into yourself, and then you're starting to feel like the senses that have always been on the surface have now like kind of pushed through a bit. Go ahead, change.
I close my eyes and like kind of just block everything out and just focus on the. It's kind of like that. It's a feral feeling.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go.
There's
Go.
always in the back of my mind. There was a wolf, like a lone wolf in the forest, and just kind of creeping between the hedges and kind of staring. Like I would be in an opening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the sun would be coming down, and I could always see these eyes poking through. And finally, now instead of hiding, it's walking out into the open, and I get a look. And it's not a wolf. It's kind of has up on its hind legs. It's longer legs. It's got longer arms. It's got more of a humanoid features to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I slowly realize that I'm looking at myself, but in a wolf transformation.
Awesome. Nice. So you guys see this wolf standing on his hind legs that was once Cain in front of you.
Jesus.
And just standing there like blood just all over him, all crimson matted. As you guys are thinking, but as the slide is slid down,
This one's new.
you are you are coherent. You see your friends, but at that moment, the little kid beside you unsheaths the silver blade, cuts across your midsection, and drops you for about 15 hit points. What does that bring your total to?
Without leveling up?
Yeah, without leveling up.
That would be
3 hit points left.
3 hit points. Excellent. So you're below half.
Uh-oh. Sorry, boys.
Oh no.
He sheaths his sword. Have fun convincing Robin to come back, and then he leaves the pool. You are now in a feral rage, and you need to attack whoever's closest to you, which is these 3 guys here. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
No.
Taste blood.
You can now do your hit points to it.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Do either base or roll.
Level up.
All right.
1d10?
Yeah, so you'll add that to your thing, but you're still at 3 hit points. Thank you all for joining the Othmerweizen Tavern. Come on in, have a drink every Tuesday, guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, nice. That's good roll. Good roll. And then add your con to it.
I'm gonna slay Kane next episode.
Oh, hey, buddy. You're not slaying Kane. You're slaying Werewolf Kane.
Slaying werewolf Kane.
Just grabs a silver sword.
Oh.
Give me that back.
You know what's awesome? Never mind. We'll find out next week. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you, audience. Sorry, bear with how fast I did change something. I just wanted to get to a certain point, make sure all my players were leveled up, so we can continue our story on for next week. Yeah. Rakell and the Dirties are level 3. That's not their team name, but that's what Rakell's team name is. It is good. I'm loving it. Thank you all for joining. We'll post up the video sometime this weekend. Please enjoy it. Keep watching. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe, everything. And, life's short, man. Be awesome to everyone. Woo. Everyone.